because the card I have on there's expired already.
Whoops.
What's going to be the topic tonight, guys?
Yeah. Well, it's just a general chat.
Nice.
So you actually get to see my face for a while. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I made bed.
I'm still very new to all this chat stuff, so I look forward to chatting with you guys more and more, though.
You didn't tell him that he has to pay $500 a chat for the first 2 months.
I'm just so glad I can finally refresh the page over at Gun Channels and not see the picture of Chris.
Well, if that's the case, I might have to sell one of my guns.
Alright, expiration.
Yeah, because I know that, Thin Blue actually requested a shorter monkey fist, so...
Don't even start, Quark.
No, but seriously, I've actually got a chat lined up, topic lined up for Saturday, just in case anybody hasn't heard.
What time do you normally start your chats on Saturdays, Mr. Quark?
Well, I always say 9 o'clock, but they always seem to start later than 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
But there's a really well written article by a psychologist or psychiatrist, one of those two. I know one just can't. Psychiatrist. There we go. I had to go look again. It's basically about the mindset of the anti-gunner.
Interesting.
It's a well-written article. I actually shared the link last Saturday or last Sunday when I came up with the idea. And it's a long article. It's kind of like, you think of, the gun facts that we've been doing with Dano on Sunday nights.
Yep.
She footnotes a lot of where she gets her information in this article. So, it's well proven out, well written, and, she's also got her, her medical license. She's an MD, so she's a dummy. But it goes through, the different types of anti-gunners.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a mentality for everyone.
I've come across several anti-gunners that, like, one of my mother's friends, she was saying, oh, we need to get them out of their hands, and, and I had mentioned her, I'm a gun owner, and she's like, really, you are? I was like, yeah, I own, this, and this, and, I'm responsible. I even got a carry permit, and she's like, oh, wow, It's like, I was trying to, give her a different mindset of, what, a law-abiding gun owner is, She looked at me like, okay, I've known you my whole life. You're responsible and all that, so I don't know if I changed her mind on the whole, being anti-gun, but at least she looked at me as, as a responsible gun owner, so.
But. After reading that article, I don't think her mind has changed at all.
Probably not at all, it's...
And that's after reading the article. There's a lot of different ways, and I don't want to ruin all this talking about it tonight. But
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, it's. I'm hoping Yankee will be able to come in and join us since he's his degree is in the same field.
Yeah, I remember watching a chat way back with Danimal Jones when he was with that one anti-gunner. I don't know if you caught it. It was a year and a half ago or a while back, and he gave that anti-gunner a piece of his mind. I love that chat. Was
excuse me real quick. Quark, I just did it all, so make sure it went through and did it right, because I don't know if it did or not.
Yeah, just give me a second.
All right. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I got your message there, thin blue line on the Sunday chats. I was just running that one chat just on the spur of the moment. So I don't know. I'm actually going to be doing a chat tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I got Guns Crazy 81 on, and I'm going to send out some links to whoever else wants to jump on for a little while. So I posted it on Gun Channels.
All right, sounds good. I saw you sent me a message, so I honestly didn't know who you were. The name wasn't familiar, so I was like, "Who is this guy?"
I'm still kind of new to all this. I started my YouTube channel August of 2013, and I just recently started getting in on the chats and starting to get a little more known. So But I've been a long-time viewer of all you guys. I've been sitting on the sidelines watching these chats for the longest time, and I've been dying to get in on one. So I spent the money for the headset and the webcam and everything else. So so far I've been enjoying it. And just I appreciate all. I love this gunchannels.com thing, and I just appreciate all the support I've been getting ever since I started doing it. I even had Tac Daddy on one of my chats for a little while, and the firearm guy. So
Well, that's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, Tino, everything's fine.
All right. And you already have my address. I'm pretty sure that's the right address, but you already have it anyway. So.
Yep.
Actually, I didn't have it. I was joking all the time before. Now I have your address.
They're saying that Quark has Mike blocked from getting in here.
I don't have Mike blocked.
I know. I don't have him blocked either, but they're like, maybe you pissed Quark off. It's like, no, I know Quark well enough to know he didn't piss anybody off.
Is Yankee Marshall jumping on tonight or no?
Who knows?
Some guy, Mike.
So I want to make sure it's the O2 address.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. I just want to make sure I had the right one.
I can text it to you if you need it.
No.
Yeah.
Without giving away your whole address, I figured if I just do O2, you'd figure it out after looking at it.
Everybody knows I'm a gun owner, so I mean, if they want to come to my house and break in, feel free.
Yep, and just so you know, the whole fee amount was a whole 88 cents. I'm going to go broke over that.
Well, I didn't know how much it was. I didn't know how they did all that stuff, so I didn't know if it was going to be like $5, and I would have just covered it.
How they do the fees. It's 30% for transaction. So every time you send somebody money, they get charged 30 cents, and then it's 2.9% of the total value.
You are my first actual transaction on PayPal. The only thing that I ever used PayPal for was a gift card, and I used it for gun channels.
Oh, okay. I'll get it packed up. I should get it in the mail to you tomorrow.
All right, no rush. I know you're not going anywhere. I don't think you're fleeing the country with my money.
I'm going to go flee with your $20.
Gee.
Oh, okay. I got to get it packed up now, too.
I don't even think the $20 will cover your food to get out of the country.
It won't cover my food to get out of my house.
Not anymore.
I didn't think you ate that much getting out of your house. I was just talking about by the time you get to the airport, get up early, breakfast, lunch, you'd be done, $20.
Yeah, I went to the freaking grocery store today. $30 later, one bag of food.
It's expensive. It's crazy.
My mom goes grocery shopping every 2 weeks and spends at least $300 to $400.
It's just myself, but I know I spend quite a bit of money just to feed my own mouth.
Yeah, I'm like it was actually over $30 for 2 days, basically worth of food.
Yeah. I get a big drop freezer full of meat and all that stuff, but still, it still gets expensive at times. But luckily, it's just me at the moment. I'm recently happily single again.
Happily single.
Happily
Hallelujah.
single. Well, he must have been dating my ex. He's happy about it. She makes her way around the country, apparently.
No. After six years of hell, I finally got out of it. Wasn't married. Was close.
Congratulations, my friend.
Yes, I know. Thank you. I you know what? For the engagement ring, for the money I got for the engagement ring, I bought a gun. So.
Hey. Sean, you were like me. You got out of it before it was played.
And Sean, if you feel bad about having the gun, it brings back. Feel free to send it to me. Corky,
all right.
address. You can send it down here.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this: the breaking it off didn't cost me a whole lot to break off the relationship before the wedding. And I've been happily single ever since.
Yeah. Well, she supposedly moved in with a male friend, one of those type of deals. So whatever. Water under the bridge. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
See, if I was still with her, if I was on these chats, she'd be right up my ass saying, "You gonna spend time with me? You gonna spend time with me?" But, yeah.
That's all I ever do is spend time with you.
I know. I was like, I see you every damn day.
It's bad enough you kick me in the middle of the night in your sleep.
One nice thing, every time I buy a new gun or have a shopping bag full of ammo, I don't have to smuggle it into the house. You know, I can just without her giving me shit.
just walk right in and put it in your safe.
Exactly.
Whatever.
It's a nice thing, you know. I don't have to run it through her. I'm buying another gun. You need another one? Yeah, I do.
See, that's when you go, well, how many pairs of shoes do you have?
Exactly.
See, I only have to deal with my cats looking at me. You bought what? Like, you could have got me a freaking expensive toy that I would have played with for 3 seconds and then worked for the rest of my life.
I come home to a cat and a dog, and that's about it.
Yeah, I kind of missed the dog, but well.
Well, hell, if you give me the $20 back, I have a dog I can send you.
Yeah.
Where is he now? He's under my desk.
Yeah. 4 cats is 3 cats too many, but they all live. Alright, I'm gonna go grab your keychain and go get it packed up for you, Tino.
Are you gonna walk it down to the thing right now for me?
No,
I didn't know I paid priority.
Nah, I'll actually drive it to the post office, so I don't leave anything in my mailbox. All my mail gets actually mailed at the post office. I don't.
Oh, now when I get it, it's gonna have your address on it.
And my real name.
And your real name. I'm gonna be able to stalk you now. I'm gonna extort your millions.
Millions of what? Fat cells?
Yeah. No, the dollars that you have hidden. Quark's a secret millionaire, in case you all don't know.
Well, I do have like $100 trillion.
Yeah. The way I look at it to make myself feel better is in my wallet I have $20. The United States is 16 trillion in debt. I'm richer than the United States.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. Make myself feel better.
I work my ass off and I'm still broke. But it doesn't help. It doesn't help being a loving guns and ammo so much. You know, that's where a lot of my money's gone. every now and again, I open up my gun cabinet. I'm like, what gun can I not live with right now? What gun can I get rid of? Not feel bad.
Yeah, and so you know that, as they say, that 100 trillion or 100 billion or whatever it is that I have is actually like some African currency because their currency rate was increasing 100% every 24.7 minutes or something like that. That's how much inflation was going up.
So you bought it to make money?
No. I mean, that's how fast it was going. Man, imagine not even every half hour inflation. What cost you $1 to buy that morning now costs you $100 by that evening. Think about that. You go to the grocery store and you buy yourself an apple. Oh, it was $1. I'm gonna go get another one on my way home for work. Go into the grocery store now. It's $100 for that apple.
Ooh, no, I don't like apples that much.
Yeah, exactly. Steven's got it. Zimbabwe. Something like that. I can never remember the countries over there. I just know where South Africa is and Egypt.
Yeah, I never understood that, why we need to know world geography and things like that. Like, I understand having to know general things, but I don't need to know every city and every capital in that city. Every capital city. Just...
Hell, I don't even know every capital of every state.
Yeah, see, that I know for the most part.
The only reason I know Illinois is capital because it's Springfield, like The Simpsons.
Let's see, Wisconsin is Madison, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Some people will say Green Bay or Milwaukee, but it's Madison.
No, Madison, Wisconsin. I had to learn them in 5th grade.
Milwaukee is the biggest city. Green Bay is the 3rd largest city, but still. Now I'm going to go really get that thing at least packed up so I can print out your label and everything so you get a tracking number and all that good stuff.
If it's free, do it. If it's going to cost you money to do all that, don't worry about it.
It's actually cheaper for me to print the label out on PayPal than it was for me to go to the post office and mail it.
Okay, like I don't want you
You
spending
know,
extra
I should pay
money
for
for the
postage.
tracking number and stuff. I'm not going to track it. It's going from your house to my house, somewhere in between
That's
there.
yeah, that's automatic though. That's automatically put
Oh,
on
okay.
the listening
Like, I
account.
have never done this before. You're like I was a PayPal
Oh
virgin.
God, I popped a cherry. I feel like a pedophile.
Yeah. Any of you guys any Glock fans at all by any chance?
No,
No. Okay.
if you like Glock, you're not allowed in this chat. Cork like Sig.
I
Oh,
just, oh, I
what?
was just saying,
Whoa, 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 whoa. What are you, 14 Thin Blue? I wouldn't be talking too much shit.
I bought my first Glock about 2 weeks ago, and I love this thing.
Is that the 19?
Yeah, it's the Glock 19.
19.
I bought it used for $450, and
That's
it
not
was
bad.
hardly ever been. It was hardly used. It's a Gen 3. It's hardly used. When I took it apart, there was very little wear and tear on the barrel, zero holster wear, so it was never worn in a holster, hardly at all. So for 450, and they had a Gen 4 I was looking at before I even noticed this for 625 for a Gen 4 brand new. And I saw this, I'm like, well, crap, let me look at this, and I was like, well, I'll get this. It's a hell of a lot cheaper. And
Yeah,
I've heard the Gen 3s are better, anyways. That's at least that's what I've heard. I don't correct me if I'm wrong, but
I don't understand why they keep coming out with more generations. I mean, the Gen 1 worked great. Okay, you improved it to the Gen 3. What more can you do? I
yeah.
mean, Gen
I
3 was
love the Gen.
perfect.
I had an MMP 9 before, an MMP 9 compact before this, and I sold it to get this. And one thing I don't like about the Glock is I'm not big on the grip. So what I'm gonna do is with my M&P Shield, I have the Talon grips on. So I'm gonna order those at like $18. They goes on like a sticker and just gives it a better grip because I don't really care for the grip on it. You would have thought Glock would have put a little bit better grip on these.
The Gen 4 is a better grip.
Yeah. They also have the Gen 4s also have the replaceable back straps, I believe.
Yep, and a larger magazine release.
Oh, is that right? Right? Yeah.
It's about double the size.
Uh,
Anybody see this video that was posted by Stone Guy?
Is he being chased around by the UN again?
That's what the video is. I saw it earlier on my YouTube feed, but I didn't know who posted it, so I was like, I'll watch that later. But apparently it was Stone Guy.
Yeah, I think he's failing to realize the big they manufacture those things down there.
Uh, yeah, but I just don't see why the UN needs those trucks, but whatever.
Because they get shot at a lot.
Cork, you posted the link to get in here publicly, right? I guess Cork's not there at the moment.
huh. And then there was silence.
Yeah, that happens. We'll
Yeah,
find something.
exactly. You run out of stuff to talk about.
Trying to decide if I'm gonna fucking pull all 10 of these magazines apart and clean them all out individually, or just throw them back in the box and put them in my closet.
What mags are they?
Those AK mags.
Yeah.
I got SG ammo. I wouldn't. I can't not oil things up and clean them. I have. It's like a freaking obsessive compulsive thing I have to do.
I'm meticulous like that too. As soon as I come home from the range, I start cleaning my guns. It's just I was in the army for 8 years, so it was just kind of like
Yeah,
I've just gotten used to it. Clean your weapon right away, and don't
me too. Spending 2 days cleaning your freaking M4.
yeah.
Like, don't have anything to do. Well, get the rifles out, clean them again. It's already clean. Clean it again. Fuck.
Yeah. I took my AR out, my AR-15 out on Sunday and put maybe almost a couple hundred rounds through it, and I cleaned it up, but I'm gonna have to clean it again. I just kind of did a quick cleanup job on it. I'm definitely gonna have to pull the bolt apart and really give it a better cleaning, just to my liking.
I hated doing it when I was in the army, but now I actually find it
Oh
kind
yeah.
of. I kind of find it relaxing now.
It's enjoyable, because number one, it's your own weapon. It's your own
Yeah,
rifle. I mean,
very
it's
cathartic.
you don't have a sergeant, with a white glove checking, to make sure the glove's still coming out clean.
Ours
But
didn't do that, except for in basic. In basic, they
yeah,
did that. After basic, they never ever did that.
but I mean, when I was in the army, they didn't really let us use all like the solvents and all that stuff. I mean, when I come home, I soak my bolt and all that stuff in solvents and everything else, and I get it cleaned out then. But we had to clean with
Yeah,
rags and oil.
we had a couple guys. They would do the shaving cream in the hot shower trick,
Oh yeah,
and like as soon as like my platoon sergeant caught on that they were doing that, he freaking reamed them so hard.
mm.
So they never did that again. Yeah, we didn't have solvent tanks. Some of the guys with they were cleaning the 50s would have a solvent tank because that thing
Yeah,
is disgusting. But if it was just a rifle, you just cleaned it by hand.
yeah. Just keep running patch after patch after patch, dry patch with oil. That was like me. I take my whether it's WD-40 or other solvents I have, and I just flush the barrel down. Just when I'm done shooting, and I soak the bolt in it too, and it cleans it up good now. It doesn't take me too long to clean it anymore. But I remember
Yeah,
sitting there for 2 hours in the army, and I'm sure you do too. Is just sitting there constantly cleaning and cleaning and cleaning, and
I was a 240. I carried 240 for over a year,
oh
so
yeah,
I had to maintain a 240.
yeah,
Luckily, like yeah, I have a team, so like I give part of it to the freaking AG and part of it to the ammo bearer. Just have them
yeah.
go through it, but for the most part, sitting there cleaning fucking 240 for like hours,
Oh
and
jeez.
hours and hours.
No, that does not sound fun.
Yeah, those things they don't exactly stay clean when you're running like 1,000 rounds through it in a few matter of minutes.
Oh yeah, it goes quick.
And yes, the link is public. Sorry, I was
Okay,
looking for my scale, which I couldn't find.
no problem. Wasn't sure because Tactical's out there, and I want to see his sig that he got.
Oh, did you get it finally?
Yeah, he got it.
Oh, nice.
All right, posted it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to see a sig too. That'd be really nice.
How many invites you send out, Quark?
It's a public link right on gun channels.
Yeah, that's how I got it now.
So I didn't send it out to anybody else. So
Yeah,
lobbies are for gun channel members, basically, or friends
nice.
of gun channel members, as we call it. So now I can't find my tape. Finally find my scale and realize that I need to find my tape. Ugh, I'll be back again.
All right.
Yeah, these things are so dry. They're when steel has like it's got that white like weird film on it from just being dry.
Oh yeah.
They're I can't even believe like they came from the factory like this. It's insane. I'm surprised they're not like bright red by now.
Where were you stationed at, Chris, when you were in the army?
All over the fucking place.
All over, yeah.
The only place I spent a lot of time. Well, the most time I spent one place was Fort Lewis.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was in Korea. I was all over the place.
Yeah.
Georgia for a while.
Yeah. Benning.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah. I was Fort Leonard Wood, then Fort Hood. Then I went to Germany.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a camouflage ping pong ball. I spent in 5 years. I went to 4 different units.
Yeah.
I was like all over the place. I honestly like it sucked too because it seemed to like it seems like I was going downhill. Like the first unit I got stationed with was pretty good, and the second one was pretty good, and then the next one was not so good, and then the next one
Yeah.
was even worse. I'm like, God damn it! Like, why can't I just stay? Why can't I just stay where I wanted to stay?
I hated Fort Hood, and I wanted out of the army at the time. Of course, I was 19 years old, away from home, and but then they sent me to Germany, and it was like, wow, okay, I'm liking the army now.
What year did you go to Germany?
I was there 95 all the way to 98.
Was that when you could bring back Walthers or German pistols? Or...
I'm not too sure about that. I'm not too sure if any of the guys did or not. I think they could. I thought I heard something about it, but I don't recall any of the guys in my units doing that. But
There's a weird thing for a while. I assume I don't know the details, but I knew you could buy a pistol in Germany and bring it back, but you had to like fill out a certain amount of paperwork or you had to do something. But
yeah.
like I see a lot of them pop up on Gunbroker, like
Oh, really?
yeah, it's a gun guys that be like, oh, I bought this when I was stationed in Germany. I'm like, God damn it, dude! I would love to like bring back a Walther.
Yeah, if I'd have to make a guess, I'd imagine it was before I was over there. It could have been in the 80s. Everything was a little bit more freer back then, a little more looser.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck, we weren't allowed to bring anything back. Like,
I mean, during the 90s, we had Bill Clinton as a president still, so.
Like, yeah, well, I joined the '99 and left in 2003, then went back and then left again in like 2007.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we weren't even allowed to bring bayonets home. Like, you find a cool bayonet, like, or something, I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, nope, can't bring it home. Like, God damn it, what the
Yeah.
like, what happened? Like, where did we go wrong to where like I can't bring back this cool freaking Iraqi or whatever bayonet that I found?
Well, I had heard, during the first Gulf War, I had heard a lot of guys talking about during the first Gulf War that they were, mounting or duct taping or whatever AK-47s and all that to the frames of some of the trucks they were shipping over to the units and all that.
Yeah,
I heard there was a lot of that going on.
I heard that, but I heard that also, but I think it was like an urban myth.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't know how true it was.
I remember seeing AKs like stacked like cordwood. I mean, I'm not kidding you. That like just thousands of them just stacked in these big shipping containers, connexes,
Oh yeah.
And like yeah, I don't know where. Like I would probably going to ANG or probably like going to some Afghani unit or whatever. But
possibly, yeah, resold or whatever.
Yeah, there were like this thousands of them, but I never. I mean, I never heard of anybody trying to do something like that. But you always hear the urban myth about back in first Gulf War, guys are sticking RPGs up their ass and smuggling them back or some shit. You're like, yeah, right.
Yeah, you're probably right. It probably is more of an urban myth because I couldn't imagine the obviously if it did happen, it wasn't happening legally, obviously. But
I know the military will, if the military finds something cool enough, like like all the Saddam's gold AKs, they're all museums now. Like if they find something interesting enough when they're capturing weapons, the army will bring it back, but for museum and display. They also the army brings back a certain amount of captured weapons too for training, but it wouldn't be an individual bringing stuff back.
No, they're not letting the troops. Here you can have this. That ain't happening.
Nope.
I said you were in the military too, so you know how they are. They inspect everything. Before they ship the vehicles, tanks, and everything else, they look them over with a fine-tooth comb.
Oh yeah, shit. Just going across country, you take your vehicles down to like Fort Polk or for JRTC, and bringing the vehicles back, put them, getting them ready to put back on the railhead, you have to like scrub them down and like clean them out, make sure no bugs get brought back to the Pacific Northwest, because so many, so many bugs have gotten brought cross country just by the military. You know how like every like military base has like a fire ants, even in places that have fire ants, it's just from moving trucks and vehicles across country.
Oh, exactly.
So we're like, I can't even imagine what it would have been like if like everything we had was already there, and the only stuff we took there was what we could carry, what we carried on the plane.
Yeah.
There's
I never spent any time over on the Gulf. I got deployed to Bosnia for about 10 months.
Yeah, we got shook down. They shook us down, emptied all our crap out, looked through everything, and then we had to sit there and repack all our shit, like just like going through TSA.
Everybody's muted.
Not everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was getting something from downstairs.
At one point, I was looking at the panel there. Everyone had a mute in front of them.
Want to see why I have it in front of me?
Sure.
Can't you hear that?
Oh, I see. Yeah, sirens out there.
Oh no, those sirens are coming from my room. That's my TV.
Oh, that's you? Okay.
Oops. Well, I got cops going on.
No, my printer. I print out the labels, so.
He's got a dot matrix printer that he uses for these labels.
Well, I'm glad I stopped by. Next time, I'll have to bring a topic.
I thought you always had a
Danny's in
topic.
here. When did he get in here?
I just assumed I'd kind of sneak my way in, see what you guys were talking about, and apparently I didn't miss anything.
Nah, just general
The beginning was
stuff.
kind of interesting, but now it's kind of died down.
I was just listening to your chat that you uploaded, Dano,
Oh,
the other day. It's pretty interesting. I was listening on my way to work. I got a 45-minute ride to work, so I usually listen to YouTube on my way to work. I usually listen to some of the chats and try to get caught up.
that can be the definition of killing time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Sometimes a lot better than listening to the radio.
As long as you guys are all so talkative, I got an experiment that I want to try.
Nice.
Okay.
And what I want to see is I was talking to G-Webs, and he has some older videos like on situational awareness, trying to predict what's going to happen, that sort of thing. I want to find the link, and we had talked about trying to do something with this stuff. It's like situational awareness. And what I wanted to see is if I were to do a screen share, would it also share the audio or just the screen?
I think it's just the screen.
Okay. Well, let me just play one, and we'll see if you guys can hear it or not. So just give me a minute, and
Nice.
I'll fire something else, and then I'll turn on the
As
screen.
long as it's not copyrighted material, you're fine.
It doesn't matter because I have the person's permission.
It's G-Web stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, it's G-Webs? Okay.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start this one. And I'll try to turn on the... Of course, it would help if I turned up the volume. Figure out how to do the screen share here. Why is it not showing up? Will it not let me screen share another another internet window?
Yeah, once you do a screen share and a tab, you have it in a new window.
Oh,
So if you're using a tab, you just have to drag it down to your bar at the bottom, and it should open as a new window.
okay. Well, let me go ahead and give that a try then.
So, Steven, you're working on R-rated code, huh? Because it's better than X-rated code.
What the hell? It keeps moving over. Who's running this chat?
Quark.
Quark, would you lock on my screen?
No,
Thanks for cooperating with the experiment.
you're welcome. See, now that I'm unmuted, you get to hear everything I'm doing.
Are you going to lock on my screen or not?
Yes, I'm locked in on your screen.
Okay, tactical awareness.
Why is it flickering like that?
Well, I'm not sure. That's why I'm trying to figure out what the technical issue is.
About to give me a seizure.
Okay, all right. Because for me, like, I see your guys' thumbnail. I don't see the screen share. So I just see my thumbnail flashing. But you guys do see it?
It keeps flashing on and off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I might. All right, you can go ahead and take me off this. Take me off a lock there. So stop giving everybody a headache. Well, maybe I'll have to just download the videos and then try to share the player. That'll be it. That's going to turn a mountain or a molehill into a mountain, though. Because what I was thinking about doing was basically taking some of these situational. It's basically, what would you do? You know, do you shoot or don't shoot type scenarios? You know, that G-Webs had put together, and that, you know, we could kind of like take a few of them, play one of them, and then, you know, stop it at the appropriate point, and then actually discuss them. What was going on? What would you have done? And most importantly, why would you have done that? Because it's the why that's the most important. So, like, what did you see or what did you not see that would have caused you to take that action? You know, to kind of get it into a chat. Otherwise, it's just, you know, there's just standalone videos. Kind of give them a new life.
Mm.
Because this is something that police have access to, as far as what's their whether it's at the academy or part of their annual training. You know, of course, depending on the size of their department, they may have it more often than that, as well as depending on whether they're patrol or SWAT or whatever.
It's a good idea. I like the idea.
That's a very good idea.
But back in the 70s, I had access to this sort of where they had back when, you know, it was literally on a projector, reel-to-reel film, and I was in the police. What was it called? If you were thinking of going into the police as a possible career when you were in high school, you would. Some of the local towns had these, like, it's kind of like the Boy Scouts, except I'm going to call them police scouts. High school guys that are thinking about going into law enforcement. Anyway, one of the things that we got exposure to were these training tapes, and they were shoot or don't shoot scenarios. And I thought, you know, as a concealed carry holder, you know, as because we were talking about training the other day in Stone Guy's chat, as far as how, you know, doesn't involve a range. You can go to any classroom and get what I think is some excellent, what I'll call, in your head training. What are you seeing? What are you looking at? Also, what didn't you see?
Yeah, now we have these cool machines that it's actually guns hooked up to a screen like, and it's like an interactive thing. You can actually shoot or don't
Right.
shoot.
Oh yeah, it's 100 times better now.
Oh yeah.
But I was just trying to figure out how to take something that like as an example, G-Webs had already done, and see if we could kind of like make a second run out of it and expose it to more people, as well as it's something that rather than just have a general bullshit chat like kind of like we're doing now, that
Yeah.
have a kind of a meat and potatoes chat, and have people get something out of it. When all of a sudden the guy comes up to you, but he doesn't pull the gun out of his pocket, he pulls a cell phone. But you've already made the decision to shoot. I mean, those sorts of things. And where
That's why you really got to really be paying attention. I can see where something like that could really go wrong really fast.
Yeah.
I conceal carry myself, and I always go over scenarios in my head as well, constantly. It's definitely not an easy decision to make, and it's definitely I don't know. It's once you pull that gun, once you pull that trigger and that round comes out of that gun, there's no stopping it. You can't take that bullet back, and just.
Absolutely.
So
And you'll also never have enough information to be truly satisfied. Absolutely, 110%.
I constantly go over my head. If I was in this scenario, should I shoot or should I not shoot? I always go because I work second shift, and sometimes I stop at a gas station late at night, fuel my car up, maybe go inside, get a gallon of milk, and I always go over the scenario of if I'm in the convenience store and somebody comes in and puts a gun to the cash register and says, "Give me all your money." What do I do? Do I pull my gun? Do I shoot him, or do I just let him take the money and leave? It's my life is not directly being threatened at the point in time. I always go over that scenario in my head. I don't know if you guys do or not.
Oh, I do. And
it's like, what's the right or wrong reason? Is there a right or wrong reason? To pull the trigger? No, you just can't murder the guy either. But if your life is being threatened, yes, I fear it for my life. But I don't know. It's
as well
tough.
as with the information that you have on hand, which is obviously not enough, is your interpretation that he just wants the money and he's going to leave, or you think this guy looks like he's drugged out and he's going to kill the cashier?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a lot of information going on very, very quickly, and you don't have as much as you really need. But yet, even if you don't do anything, you still made a decision. And a lot of people don't think of it that way. That not doing something is still, you made the decision not to do something.
Right. I don't carry a gun to play superhero either. I carry the gun for my personal protection or whoever's around me as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you shot the guy right there in the store, you shot him, he's dead. It is, whatever convenience store you're in, 7-Eleven, are they going to pay for your lawyer? No. Are they going to, it's a tough decision. It really is. It's not an easy decision to make. But obviously, I would think if your life is direct threat, and if that gun was being pointed towards you, or if he's gonna shoot the cashier, he's gonna pull the trigger, then I guess that's the time to pull the gun and shoot. But it's tough.
Yeah,
I hope I never have to make that decision.
Right, or is he just gesturing that he is carrying one to the cashier but hasn't shown it?
Oh yeah, that happens a lot too. I live in Maine, and there was a bank just got robbed yesterday, and the guy went in there. He wanted to open up a bank account, and then he slipped the teller a note saying, "Give me all your money," or whatever the note said, and gave him the money, and he left. So, it's just most of these people, they don't want to do harm, but they want to act like they're going to do harm just so they can get a little bit of money and go on their merry way.
Right.
So.
I mean, and for all practical purposes, the money's insured anyway, so I'm not worried about that.
Oh, exactly. And the bank's insured, and the convenience stores are, have insurance as well. So.
But when I was younger, I worked at a gas station by myself at night. So whether it's the convenience store guy or whatever, I'm not concerned about the money in the register. I'm concerned about him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be pulling that gun just to protect the money. They can have the damn money.
Yeah.
Convenience stores are insured, banks are insured. That money's insured. I don't give a shit about the money. It's is that person going to take a life? Are they going to take the cashier's life? Are they going to take my life or anyone in the store's life? That's the time to pull the gun and shoot. I mean,
part of being a decent human being is giving a damn about your fellow human beings.
Exactly. So.
All right,
It's not really an answer to the question of shoot or don't shoot, but it's a question to the philosophy, I guess.
Right.
That's true. All right, we got a question here from Rez. He wants to know our thoughts on the mosquito, the Sig mosquito. It's a 22. I've never shot one, so I don't really know. I don't know if any of you have.
Get some off.
Well,
I gotta say, it does not get the best reviews out there. I never shot one, but I heard they have the best reviews.
I've heard of it. Never fired it though.
Yeah, I've never fired one. I've never handled one in a gun store. Other than it's been around for a few years, I don't know anything about it.
I've never shot one. I've never even held one. I've seen them in gun stores on the shelves, but that's about it. So we couldn't be much help to you, Rez.
I know that there are better 22 pistols out there. SR-22 is a good example.
Yeah, and the Ruger is relatively speaking pretty affordable.
Yep.
And for those of that care about it, it does have a certain what I'll call semi-cool factor to it, as far as kind of how it looks. It kind of looks like a carry gun. And I see that as well. It's not designed to be a carry gun, and should not be confused as one.
What, the Sig mosquito?
No, the SR-22. Now, granted, any gun beats no gun when you need one.
Oh, absolutely.
So don't get me wrong as far as what I'm saying.
Yeah, what Dan was saying is if you're not carrying a Glock, you shouldn't carry anything.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm saying.
Gotta be Glock or nothing.
He looks at everybody that carries around a Sig going, they deserve to be shot.
That's why I told a friend of mine the other night that that when I bought my Glock 23, that if I didn't already have that gun, I would have a Walther PPQ right now. Because size-wise, that's about, it's not identical, but it's about that size gun. Is it like a Glock 19, Glock 23? Size-wise, they're about the same as the PPQ. But I've shot that gun, and it's the way it fits in my hand, the way the trigger is, it's just, and ultimately the accuracy. I mean, I shot both at the same, not at the same time, but I shot one magazine out of one gun, and then picked up my gun, and then shot that. And my gun that I've been shooting for several years, I did not shoot nearly as well as the PPQ that I shot for the very first time. I mean, there's something to be said that you look at these guns and you think, well, they're all they look like the gun angle is the same, and the grips are so similar, and there are just little differences that can suddenly make a huge difference in how you shoot, and you don't know until you go to shoot. There's no way to predict it at the gun store. And just because Joe down the street shoots well with a Glock or with an M&P doesn't mean you will.
I'm a prime example of that. I shoot Quarks well, even though lots of people do.
I'll be honest with you. I being an M&P owner for over a year now, I sold my M&P compact. I carry the M&P shield, but I just got the Glock a few weeks ago, and I tell you what, I'm shooting pretty good with this Glock. I'm really impressed with the Glock trigger compared to the M&P trigger. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like I'm shooting better with the Glock 19 versus the M&P.
Well, which Glock did you get?
I got the Glock 19, the Gen 3.
Okay, and the next question is the M&P you had, was that because the M&Ps are now in the process of being changed, the triggers are being changed over to the same type that's in the Shield.
Oh, okay.
'Cause the Shield has a
Yeah,
much better trigger
I had
than
the M&P Compact. I bought it, when was it? February of 2013.
Okay.
It used to be my old carry gun, but I'm carrying the M&P Shield now, which I like the trigger on my M&P Shield. It's got a good trigger and better reset. The reset. I mean, it could have been me, but the reset on the M&P Compact that I had was kind of iffy. You didn't really know when it was going to reset, but it's very, on the Glock 19. You know exactly where it's going to reset at.
Right.
That's one thing I like. I know exactly where it's going to break. So I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just feels better to me.
Right, and I've the M&P Shield also has that same. You know exactly when you come up to the you have to take up to the wall when you're going to break that wall, and you know exactly when it's going to reset. So
Yeah.
the Shield has, as far as trigger, the same similar qualities as your Glock,
Yes.
and it has and I consider that to be a very good trigger.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm shooting both pretty good with both of these guns, and you know, I'm becoming a Glock fanboy. I know a lot of people will disagree, but I mean, now I know why a lot of people are big fans of Glocks. Before, when I had the M&P, I was all about the M&P, and every time I held the Glock in my hand, I was like, eh. But now that I own one, I can see why.
If you look at his picture here, you can see his M&P shedding a tear.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna have to change that. I'm gonna have to change the picture there soon here. Well, I just like the availability of magazines, holsters. When I got the M&P, it was right after Sandy Hook, right after, we all know the mess back then. But I couldn't find any magazines. Holsters were tough to find. Obviously, everything's back on the shelves now, but there's so many options with Glocks. There really is.
My Glock 26, which is the baby Glock 9mm, holds 10 rounds, but I can also put a 33 round magazine in it if I want.
Now, is there a conversion kit for the 19 to shoot 22 long rifle by any chance? Or do I have to get it?
I think there might be, but I'm not sure.
There is, but you have to buy the entire upper slide, and I can't remember the name of the company that does it. It's not Glock. It's somebody else.
Oh no, okay. Probably be just as cheap to go out and buy another 22 handgun.
I don't recall the price of it. I mean, I want to say it was $3 something, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, for that price, I can just buy another gun.
Yeah, like that SR22, that's used 300 and something.
Yeah, the M&P, the one that shoots 22 is around that price too, under $400.
Yeah, someone posted. I don't know if you saw that. It's a Smith & Wesson 22A Talo.
Oh, okay.
Rez posted it. It's here on Gunbroker for $339.95.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if you'd be interested in that.
Yeah, I was looking at them not too long ago at Cabela's. Cabela's was running a sale on them for somewhere around that price. They were priced down pretty good. But.
So those that's new in box price.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Those prices that you guys are mentioning. I heard Gunbroker, and I just wanted to verify that was not a used gun.
I don't know. I didn't look. I just opened it
because it does make a difference.
But just gonna wait for 22 long rifle to come back before I even decide to buy another 22. I keep looking.
I've been thinking lately about how much gun makers who are like the M&P 1522, which is has a fairly good reputation, and yet my understanding is that people aren't really buying 22s of any variation because they can't get the ammo.
Oh, I know. Why buy it if you can't get the ammo? I mean, it doesn't make any sense. I keep looking at my 22. It's like I might as well just sell this thing because I can't find any ammo for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, as soon as you sell it, you'll find ammo for it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
You'll be ammo for it as soon as
you
sell
got
it.
exactly right. I mean, who wants, it'd be like going out and buying, classic a muscle car, but you can't buy gas for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like,
What's the point? You can't have any fun, and you can't sit there and burn rubber.
I mean, I still got a brick of ammo. Still have a brick of ammo left. That's all I'm sitting on right now. I'm like, oh.
Well, that's what a lot of people are. They are down to their last brick, and they're like, "Oh, I thought I'd be back by now."
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 1,500 rounds, which is what I had a year ago, and I haven't fired 22 since because I decided I'm not going to shoot it until I see something to buy.
Yeah, I don't want to pay out the ass for it either. Too, I know I like
Right.
it the way it was before. $20-some-odd for a brick of ammo. I just got a cheap Mossberg Flincher, so I don't need the high end stuff. I have bought the high end stuff before because that was all that was available. But
Right.
I missed the bulk packs of the the Federal or the Remington for $20. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure those days are long gone now. I'm sure when they comes
They'll be
back.
$25 now. So
Yeah.
And quite frankly, that's a sale price.
Right. Oh yeah. I saw the CCI Minimags, the 300 some odd rounds. It's got that guy from Swamp People on the picture there. They were selling those for almost $30 when they did have them.
yeah, well, that's because it's CCI, and
Yeah.
I will say CCI makes some really good ammo. But if I can get
Oh,
their
absolutely.
Blazer, I'm getting their Blazer.
Yeah.
By the way, while I was looking for my scale, I found my Super Ball. Also, cats decided to play with it, so I found the Super Ball. Yay!
I've had good luck with those Remington Thunderbolts. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, they're dirty and all that."
They use a very soft lead. That's what
Yeah.
they're notorious for leading.
I've gone through several bricks of them, and I tell you what, I've hardly had a jam on those, and they go bang every time, and that's.
So I
I
agree.
never had an
Actually,
issue with them going bang. I've had them sometimes had an issue with them going bang kaplode and have them blow up in my chamber, but
Yeah.
so I used to have an HP 22, $100 Sergeant Special 22 long rifle. I think I went through about 3,000 rounds of Thunderbolts with no issues.
Yeah.
oh dang, that's what your voice sounds like.
Good stuff.
I talk pretty often, just not tonight.
That Blazer Brass stuff isn't that bad either.
Oh, I love Blazer Brass. It is
I
a
do
little
too,
dirtier,
Yeah.
but I will take that dirtiness over, and then have to clean my gun. I'm cleaning my gun anyway.
Yeah. And the
The fact that
CCI.
reliability of the Blazers is amazing.
I've
the
had good
price
luck
point.
with Blazer, period. I mean, even in like pistol ammo, I've had no problem with the Blazer ammo at all. I went through a couple boxes of that Blazer 9mm, the aluminum case stuff, about a week ago, and it ran fine.
Now, I won't say anything bad about their aluminum case stuff. It's just my SIG does not like it.
Now, if any of you guys have a Cabela's near you, I buy every now and then the nylon jacketed, the Herder's ammo. It's in the aluminum case, but it's like a blue nylon bullet in there. Have you seen those before? They're supposed to be cleaner shooting. They don't foul up the gun with all kinds of residue and.
Wait a minute, you mean like the one that it's like a full metal jacket but has the ball in it?
Yeah, it's a full metal jacket, but it's kind of like a nylon jacket.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's got like the lead ball inside the thing there. Yeah, it's just.
Oh, I thought it was a rubber ball, like a blue rubber ball.
I don't know if it's not quite rubber. It's more like they call it nylon. It's kind of like a fiberglass type material, plastic, whatever. But
Do you mean the casing?
yeah, yes, not the casing, but the round itself inside the casing is like a nylon jacketed bullet inside.
Oh, okay. Instead of being copper
Yeah, instead of being copper, you get like almost like a nylon, which is kind of like a fiberglass plastic type of thing. It's blue, so you got that inside of an aluminum case, and Cabela sells it. It's their herder. It's their Cabela's brand ammo, the herders ammo.
Believe that's by Seller and Beloy.
Still
Yeah.
lead on the inside?
Yeah, I believe it's got a lead core inside of it. I believe it has a lead core inside of it, and the outside it's the nylon jacketed. Yeah, bullet.
Yeah, I never tried that stuff. I've tried the other Seller and Beloy stuff, and
Yeah, I buy a lot of that stuff because I got a Cabela's 5 minutes from my work, and I got a whole ammo can full of herder stuff, and
yeah,
they get good prices.
Yeah, I've got a Cabela's. Geez, 7 minutes away.
Yeah.
So
I just picked up a box of the Hornady Critical Duty Plus Ps for my 9mm. They run a sale $20.99, so it isn't too bad.
So basically $21?
Yeah, about $21 for a box of self-defense ammo. You know, I didn't think that was too bad.
I think that's a very good price.
Yeah. I go to Walmart once in a while if I have to, but I'm not a big fan of Walmart. But every now and then I'll go to Walmart to pick up ammo if need be. But I don't go there on a regular basis to buy ammo. I usually go to Cabela's. I used to go to Dick's Sporting Goods a lot, but I don't really go there anymore because Walmart's right next. Yeah, exactly. I haven't been there a long time.
they got a Dick's right next to PetSmart. Because I go PetSmart to get my cat food, and I'm like, every time I go by that place, I just flip it off.
Yeah, well, I get the Walmart right next door to the Dick's where I live, so it's like, why go over here and pay $2 more for a box of ammo? I can just go to Walmart and buy ammo a little bit cheaper. So
both are evil corporations.
You know.
Sometimes you got to pick your battles, though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. Both are evil corporations. Just Walmart just happens to be slightly better.
Yeah. Now, for guns, I usually give my business to my local gun shops. I always do that. I think maybe over the years I've maybe bought one gun off of Walmart, and I think I bought my 22 off of Dick's Sporting Goods before the whole Sandy Hook went down, and that was the last time I ever bought anything from them.
I got a question for somebody. A week or two ago, I had heard something in a forum, and I don't know if it was true or not, and that's possibly that Target, the department store, was going to go no carry. You guys heard anything about that?
Well, I'm going to say if Target goes no carry, there's, they're all for criminal activity then.
How are they going to enforce that, though? I was like,
well, no, they can't, because criminals don't pay attention to signs because they're criminals.
Obviously not, yeah.
I mean, just like Chipotle's is now going, with no carry.
They just want to put a sign up that's not exactly a legal sign, but they just want to put a sign up just because they don't like guns. So
right.
So where I live, any no gun sign has the weight of law. Like no matter what it says, if it says if it's misspelled, it still has weight of law. But I know that Chipotle's in my area and Starbucks as well actually have no signs that I've seen.
Yeah.
That's true where I live as well. If a business puts up a legal a sign that says no guns, it has the weight of law, so I can be arrested as a felon.
Really?
If I go in there and carry it.
Is that right?
I mean, but it's right. If you own your own private business, it's property rights. Shouldn't you have? I mean, I'm not trying to make a case for the antis, but if it's your business, shouldn't you have the right to run it as you choose?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I don't necessarily.
I'm just surprised how that sign has could make you a felon just because somebody put a sign up in front of his store.
Yeah, down here in Florida, those signs don't mean anything.
Yeah, I'm up in Maine, and they don't mean anything either. You never see them around here, anyways.
Yeah. When the legislators passed the law, at least in Illinois, where I live, they gave those signs that power.
Yeah.
to make a lot of the liberals and the antis happy.
So I think it's worth pointing out too that in some states, so for example, I have a lot of family in South Carolina. In South Carolina, they have the weight of law, but there's also a standard sign. If your sign doesn't meet those standards, then it doesn't matter. In North Carolina, where I live, there's no standard. So not only does it have the weight of law, but there's no particular place you have to put it. There's a movie theater near me that has a no gun sign on a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper in the small corner of it. Like, it's literally a 3-inch logo. You have to look for it, and it still has the weight of law. So it's kind of, you have to be really careful where you go, fortunately.
Yeah, that's, if, since in Illinois we have to have that, we don't have a choice. The one positive thing, I guess, is that it did require, it has to be on every entrance to the building and every exit as well, in case somebody walks into an exit and comes in the wrong way. And there is a standard dimensions that it has to be in a standard symbol with a white background. You just can't write, no guns, or just come up with your own homegrown symbol. It has to be a state-approved size and image. So at least you know what to look for.
Right.
To look for.
Like in South Carolina, so I was looking at their rules or standards for the signs. Like, they're particular about the font size. They're particular about, like, if you have a silhouette of a gun and a bar going through it. They're particular with regards to what direction the bar is going. Like, it has to be very specific.
Yeah, our sign actually has no words. It's a white background with a black gun on it and the international red symbol for no. I mean, well, literally, because not everybody can read, but everybody knows what that means.
Read to get a gun.
It's very much like the no smoking signs you see, where it's just a picture of a cigarette with that red line through it, except it's a picture of a gun. So
I don't know if you guys heard about this, but surely you guys heard about the gun left at the Target. I guess we're talking about that right now, aren't we?
Yes,
my
sir.
understanding is that they found out who owned it, and it was a felon who apparently left the gun in the aisle. So it's like, if you're going to put no gun signs, not only was this guy already breaking the law by having a gun, and then again by carrying the gun as a felon, but it's like it's clear it's not. The current laws aren't working. Why are you going to put up a sign?
The thing is, by definition, and Daniel said this the other night, and a couple of us said, by law, by definition, a criminal is not someone who obeys the law. So making more laws to prevent criminals from doing something isn't going to work, because by definition they have to break the law to be a criminal.
And maybe if we just outlaw murder, everything will be okay.
Yeah, let's outlaw murder and drugs, because those seem to be problems, and the whole world will be great.
I wonder why laws don't work.
I think it has something to do with the criminals not liking to listen. That's just my opinion.
They have problems following the rules.
Well, I think part of it is the consequences. I feel like a lot of crimes don't have fitting consequences, fitting punishments.
I have to agree to an extent there.
I think another thing is that a lot of people, like, if you have a criminal mindset, you aren't thinking, wow, what happens when I get caught? You're thinking, I'm not going to get caught, so it doesn't matter what happens if I get caught. I'll be okay. It's no matter how bad you make the punishment, they're going to think that they're immune to it.
That's why when everybody says the death penalty doesn't work because that's not stopping the criminals, it's no, because nobody kills somebody and expects to get caught. Or they wouldn't do it.
Don't implement it in an effective manner.
Yeah, no, we don't. I mean,
a
30 years.
terrible punishment that's not inflicted in a timely manner has no deterrent effect.
Nope.
If I'm going to chop off just the tip of your finger, I catch you stealing, but it takes me 10 years to do it, it's going to have no effect, because the punishment is delayed so far as the person doesn't even see that far in the future for themselves.
You want to hear something? This has actually gone up in Milwaukee, if I'm correct. I was listening to the radio today. They were talking about it. This guy has and 7 known kids, and there are more out there that he may or may not have. And the judge, when setting him for some crime he committed, was part of the deal. He could serve 7 years, no early release or anything else, or he can get 5 years off his sentence if he got a vasectomy, and promised not to get it and did not get it reversed 5 years after he was released from prison. So that was his options.
And I think that's perfectly fine by me.
Now, what do you think? You're given the option of somebody to get a vasectomy so he cannot father any more children, which I'm all for because he's got at least 7.
But see,
the ACLU would never allow that to happen.
He was going to jail for failure to pay child support, so I think that punishment, the crime, it's not like he robbed a bank and he's forced to get a vasectomy.
But the ACLU would never allow that to go because it would set a precedent.
It's part of the condition. He can either serve 7 years or 2 years and 5 years probation.
I'm not saying I don't see sense in it. I'm just saying there's a big organization that has lots of money that looks for cases like that to maintain the status quo of that part of our population.
They can try. I mean, but the longer they fight it, then he's just going to end up in jail for that time while they're fighting it. So either way, he's going to lose.
Well, I mean, the ACL, their whole premise is to go things off of principle. Not because they feel it's wrong, not because it's legal. But if they feel something is wrong, like as an example, regardless of how you feel about gays getting married, they feel that they should, therefore they advocate for them. It's not about the legality of whether the Constitution says yes or no. They feel it should be, therefore they're willing to spend their assets trying to make that happen.
I think it's just a bunch of people who want attention and feel inadequate in their lives, so they do that to get publicity. That's just me.
Yeah, that's what Wisconsin's battling right now.
That's
2/3 of the population that voted. Again, this is that voted that made gay marriage not legal in the state of Wisconsin. Now it's going to cost the state millions of dollars to fight this all the way up to the Supreme Court, which it's going to go.
I don't understand the whole big thing about gay marriage.
Neither do I, but that's what the majority of the population of the state wants.
How many of us go to work and get asked who we're sleeping with? I mean, who?
But I want to bring this up. It doesn't matter who you're sleeping with. That's a given. The majority of the population didn't want blacks to be integrated in with whites. They wanted to stay separate. That was a majority of the same thing with slavery. Majority of the United States did want slavery still.
Except, of course, for the slaves that didn't have a vote.
Yeah,
well, exactly. What I'm getting at here is the majority of the population is wrong. So I just want to make that clear. The majority of the population is wrong in this state. So I'm all for, I'm one of these weird conservatives. I'm all for women having the choice, even though I don't agree with that choice. I don't have any right to say what they can do with their body or not.
You mean legally wrong or ethically wrong?
I'm not even going to draw that. It's up to the woman to decide that's doing it.
Well, wait, we're talking about gay marriage, not abortion. What do you mean up to the
woman? I'm just saying I'm one of these weird conservatives that I'm all for gay marriage because I don't care what you do in your bedroom. And if you're committed to that person for the rest of your life, I sure hope your marriage rate is a lot better than the man and wife.
And
because we're screwing the pooch on that one.
Yeah.
If you get married, you've got your odds of getting divorced are more than 50%. 50%. So
I want to clarify something that was said in the internal here. I don't think homosexuality is as much as for attention as it is people wanting, te- well, I'm not sure how to phrase it. I think it's about because like me, I don't think anybody here. We don't go out advertising that we're straight. At least I don't. I'm pretty sure you guys don't either.
What
So
makes
my
you
thing
think
is,
I'm straight?
well, you're questionable. You seem a little fruity to me. But my thing is, why is it they feel the need to advertise they're gay? That is what I don't understand.
I feel like you're grouping a whole subset of the population into one profile. I've known gay people my entire life. I've had gay roommates in college, multiple actually, and I've known gay men that you would never know they were gay unless you actually talk to them. I mean, I don't. You're right. There are some people that
I'm
really
grouping the ones that are on the
advertise.
street corners bitching and complaining every week because they think they're being treated unfairly when they're really not.
Can I
Right,
give
but
you an
I think
analogy?
the idea that whatever I guess marriage, for example, if you deny marriage to those people that are flamboyant and really out there, then you're also denying marriage to those that are private, keep it in the bedroom, mind their
But
own business.
but see, that's what I'm saying here. I don't care if you're straight or gay. I don't. If they want to get married, I'm all for it. What I'm against is them protesting every week that there's something they feel they're being treated unfairly about and advertising this whole, well, I'm gay and that's why I'm being treated unfairly.
Okay.
When
Can I
half the
get
time that's not true.
can I get 1 minute here?
Yeah, let him talk. Let him talk.
Okay, I
1 minute?
wanna
No,
try
you can
an
have
analogy.
30 seconds on the clock.
Okay, I want to try an analogy, and we'll see how this works. You know how there are some subset groups within the gun rights community that don't necessarily help us with our cause, and they show
Exactly.
themselves in different ways. I think that the gay community has that same issue, that there are certain subsets of their issue that don't necessarily help their cause. And
Yep,
so I'm trying to relate the two from something that we understand, that there are some gun owners out there, gun activists, that don't really help our cause. They hurt us more than they help us. And I think they have the same problem.
that's
Yeah,
I
I'm going to
think
give you
that's
the good
exactly what I'm
example
saying.
here. The KKK is an extreme Christian version of religion. That's actually how it started. Now, does that puts a black eye on the whole Christian community? And so you look at it the exact same way with gay rights, whatever you want to look at there. It's same thing happens.
Does my
I think it's the
analogy
case where the go ahead.
make sense to anybody, or does it
No, I
sound
agree with
yeah.
you.
No,
I
I
think
agree
it's the
too.
case where the minority, the extreme minority, probably gets the majority of does the majority of the talking, more or less.
Yeah. I mean, because we always think of the flamers, when the flamers are a very small part.
I think of the Bears
And
just because of Yankee.
what Mike is saying here is, but they are being treated unfairly because of their orientation. But my thing is if you, why is their sexuality being brought into work? Is my question. Because if they don't bring their sexuality to work, which you shouldn't, not gay,
Well, we were
straight,
talking about
whatever.
marriage, not work.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm trying to answer Mike's question out here.
Oh.
Leave it at home. People assume, I see someone, I assume they're straight unless they say otherwise, I assume it, or unless it's real blatant that they're not.
I mean, sexuality of any type does not belong at work.
Exactly. So why is it they're just perceived being treated unfairly, but if you leave what's supposed to be left at home, you wouldn't be treated unfairly? That's just my take on it. Mike saying they're discriminated against legally. Well, everybody to some point and at some point are discriminated against legally. As a straight male, we could all go out and complain and protest about something.
I feel like as straight males are probably pretty well off in the general population.
I mean, there's.
And I assume everyone here is straight, and if you're not, I don't mean any offense, but I'm just making that assumption.
Mike, why don't you get in here so you can actually talk, and that way I'm not having to flip back and forth between screens.
Because he says he's blocked and he's not.
I think my question answers everything.
Man, I gotta turn my air conditioning on again. This freaking humidity is driving me freaking nuts.
It's actually cold here tonight. It's like been in like the high 50s, low 60s. It's nice out right now. I'm waiting for the heat to come. I know it's gonna hit us eventually.
Well, I mean, heat-wise, it's nothing. It's freaking, they call it, the dew point here.
Yeah.
Is in the 70s. So it's just freaking oppressively humid. So every little thing I do, I just start sweating like a freaking. So I'm just.
It does get hot in the Midwest, that's for sure.
I did not use enough paracord for the Super Bowl. Well, I'm going to make do with what I have.
The later it gets, the easier it becomes for me to offend different groups or people. So far in these chats, I have offended a whole country in one of them.
I've offended everybody equally.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly my thing. Is like, I'm not going to just offend one person. I'm going to offend everybody equally, and you can all bitch and complain about it later.
Stupid Cubans.
Yeah, I think we all...
Italian Cubans are the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. We all have stuff we can protest if we really wanted to. To me, I don't see the point of standing out on a street corner with a sign instead of doing that. Just doesn't seem productive to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not.
So
standing out there in the street corner waving a sign does bring a small amount of social recognition to the.
It just annoys me because I'm trying to get where I'm going and they're blocking my view.
So
okay. And turns and whatnot.
Personally, I wasn't offended by anything. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and they all stink. So who cares? But I want to say too, like what you're describing is how every time you see like an open carry protest in your downtown city, this is how antis feel. Like they don't care about why do you have to carry signs about carrying guns? You have, people aren't trying to take your rights. I hate to say that's kind of translate the inability for gay people to get married to open carry rights, but I mean that's kind of like do you see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense?
Not kind of, but you're grouping two different things. This concealed carry, open carry, the right to keep and bear arms is an amendment to the Constitution.
You're right. That's true.
The right to be, well, it's not a right to be gay, but the right to marry gay is not part of the Constitution, at least to my knowledge.
No, it's not.
There's no amendment about it.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
Two different things. You're comparing apples to oranges there.
Oh, come on, they have the right to be happy. Their right to pursue happiness, and
I'm all for that.
That is their right to pursue happiness, is to be treated as equal to somebody that is a married couple that is a male and female.
And that is completely.
They're trying to be treated the same.
I'm not saying they should be treated unfairly. What I'm saying is, when your right to pursue happiness and be happy is impeding on my right to be happy and pursue happiness and whatnot, then it's no longer.
If my right of being happy, my pursuit of happiness is not drinking out of the same water fountain as a black guy did, should I go back to segregation?
No, that's not.
That's exactly what you're saying.
Then I may have said something wrong because that wasn't what I intended to say. What I'm trying let me articulate this better. What I'm intending. What I'm saying is, it doesn't matter to me, and I don't think it should matter to anybody who you're with at home. But I think that should be left at home and not brought into work, for then your employer to be able to discriminate against. You know, my dad goes to work every day. The only reason they know he's got kids and a wife is because we go to his office sometimes and surprise him. You know, he doesn't advertise he's straight. So why?
But you're talking about discrimination at work because of your sexual preference. But we're talking about the ability to be married by the government. You know, within the government's eyes, are we a couple or not? So it's not really the same thing that you're comparing there.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't understand how a gay couple being married would impede upon your ability to get married. And if you don't want to hear about someone's gay marriage, then if they bring it up, then say I don't want to talk about it, or to find a nicer way to kind of dismiss the subject. But you don't have a right to not be offended. Unfortunately, and I guess that's also a good thing.
I offend people all the time. It's kind of a talent at this point.
He's young still. He's trying to understand how the world works.
Yeah.
And, businesses cannot discriminate because of sexuality.
I don't think anybody should be discriminated against because of their sexuality. I personally don't care who you're sleeping with. I mean,
Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen. It does all the time. Just like companies will discriminate against how old somebody is. That happens all the time, too. It's just the way they do it is within the legal means still. They'll have their token old guy. They'll have, their...
their token old guy.
Yeah. What do you think about at that lumber yard?
Dano, how are you?
I'm doing just fine. How are you youngsters doing?
So, does anybody have any gun purchases down the line, or any guns you guys are eyeballing at the gun shop, or?
I got 20 AR mags coming soon, so I'm happy about that.
Nice.
If I can get Tino to buy like 300 more.
Oh yeah.
Monkey's
What am I
face.
gonna do with them?
If I had the money, I'd be getting a new gun tomorrow, but I don't have the money. So.
I hear you.
Yeah, I just this weekend I got a training class, so I'm paying for that and paying for 800 rounds of ammo.
Yeah.
That's my next gun right there.
Yeah, I'm actually slowing down on the gun purchases. The past year, I was buying and selling. I didn't rack up any credit cards doing it, but I mean, it still gets expensive, as you guys all know. So
yeah.
If I start swearing at any time, just pardon me. I'm pissed at my cat who's trying to eat this monkey fist I'm making.
Do you want me to help you out by muting you?
No. I have to reach over there and unmute, and I'm kind of concentrating and keeping track on my count and everything else. So.
Well, I'm just trying to help you, Quark.
Hey, I never asked Quark, what kind of warranty does my monkey fist come with?
A monkey finger?
Yeah, exactly. I promise that it'll work well on your keychain for 1 day.
At least 2 minutes.
After he collects the money, it won't work.
Yeah, after the check clears.
I'm going to need to retract that. I'll send you a check. I'm surprised he's still here.
Hey, you got your tracking number, and I put a little note in that email if you ever read your email.
I do read my email. I just didn't get the notification. I'll have to look. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Send a payment. Okay.
So, Quark, are you actually in the monkey ball business now?
Monkey ball.
It's all about fisting. It's all about fisting Dano.
Well, I figured with you and fisting, all came one as one.
Well, Tino said he wanted one, so I made him one.
Yeah. And I wasn't even expecting it. He just kind of surprised me. I just said I liked him, and I'd get one of you.
Let me see if I have this straight. Tino got fisted by Quark.
Don't ever say that again.
That's what my email said to him.
And Tino paid for it.
Yep. I think my message to him was, you just got monkey fisted by Quark.
I gotta look. Let me see the email here.
Because your email will have your tracking number in there.
I don't know. Let's see. Payment was received.
La 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 la.
See, I don't have anything here in my email, unless it's on like my PayPal in there. That would be.
Normally PayPal sends you an email and saying that the printing label's been printed and all that good
That's
stuff.
fine.
Or shipping label's been created.
I'm
Or
gonna
something
log in.
like that.
I'm not logged into my PayPal. Maybe that's why. Because I checked my email and there's nothing there. Which I'm not going to track it anyway. I'm not.
It'll be 3 to 6 days. They say 2 to 5, but I get 3 to 6 because I'm not mailing it till tomorrow.
Details. Let's see.
Now I did just make a monkey fist that is Green Bay Packer colors, and it's a Super Bowl inside.
Can't wait for football.
Yeah, me neither.
Real football, not soccer football.
Let's see here.
Football cannot get here soon enough. Okay, that's that one. Oh, where's my starting points? We gotta tighten this one more pass.
Yeah, no, Cork. I didn't get anything back from you.
Well,
After you got fisted, what else did you want?
The reach around?
Round 2, of course.
You want a little love note?
Wow, that'd be nice.
Dear Tino, while I was closer to you than I've ever been, I felt that from inside you were telling me ...
I hate this when I can't find the starting point.
I don't care. I know. I don't know what's wrong with this email crap. Oh well.
Well, your PayPal, if you go to your PayPal, it should show that there's a tracking number.
Now I know, Tino, why you feel the way you do about gays.
Yeah, well. I mean, I honestly don't care. I honestly don't.
That's what you say. I got my questions.
You can ask any question you have. I'll answer it live. I don't care.
Did you ever see a porn movie?
No.
You never have. Not even 10 seconds accidentally.
He's under 18, so it's illegal.
I know I'm 19, but
Oh.
no, I don't. No,
You
I've
ever
never.
see a picture?
A picture. I got a picture taken in my room. Like a picture of what?
Of a man and a woman.
Yeah, my parents' wedding photos hanging on the wall.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
You can play as innocent as you want.
I have a picture of me and the police chief too. I mean, that's a man.
Oh,
What the hell do you want?
So the police chief instead of the priest?
Well,
That
just
amount
'cause
of
I'm
peace speeding
Catholic
tickets.
school doesn't mean.
He took you under his wing, didn't he? Or is
Yeah,
that
or
what they're
something
calling
else.
us these days?
No. It's not even right. No, I never got touched by a priest.
just the officer?
Kind of puts a whole new spin to the whole movie Touched by an Angel, doesn't it? Or the song, rather.
I suppose it does.
Isn't that also a TV show?
I don't know. It
Like
might
back in
be.
the 90s.
That's like the movie
Yeah, so it
Love
was
in
a
All the Wrong
TV.
Places. For any of you that might remember that song,
I know that song.
You know what song?
Talking about how love in all the wrong places and how love hurts.
I know I was being sarcastic.
I think Rez is the only guy watching us. Unless Cork has more and see how many viewers we have.
23?
That's not bad. I guess people like hearing us talk about monkey fists and
Yeah, I think that's interesting.
priests and
No, it's monkey balls.
monkey balls.
It must be 23 people that left their computer like a few hours ago and just left it
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
They just got done cleaning off their keyboards from all the lubricants.
Oh, jeez, Dano.
Hey, I call them as I see them.
You know, some of us have girlfriends and stuff. We don't have to use lubricants and keyboards.
I'm sorry you say that because we know it's not true.
I don't know what is true. Why do you think I haven't been on these chats lately?
All these pictures you have of you and all these adult men.
I don't have any pictures of me an adult man.
You definitely need lube.
You and your school teacher.
Yeah. I wish a teacher would have touched me. Then I'd be a millionaire.
A millionaire off a school teacher's salary? Yeah, right.
Like I'd be suing the county and the state and everybody else, like all these other people do.
You could also get your own Dateline special.
Yeah, exactly. I'd have a TV show and everything.
You'd be famous for an hour.
You'd have an after-school special.
My favorite is down here. This 27-year-old teacher slept with 3 17-year-old boys, and they're charging her. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
No, the
I'm sure
parents
those
are
boys were
charging
victims. I'm sure those boys were victims. What's funny, if she would have been 24, it wouldn't even have mattered. But she's 27, so they make a huge deal out of it.
Well, what's 24 versus 27 got to do with it?
Because in the state of Florida, age of consent is 16 to 24. So, like, if you're 24, you can be with someone as young as 16.
Oh, okay.
And every state is different. New York is 26 and 16. But yeah, she's 27. And everybody's like, wait a minute here. What boy went and bitched and complained about this and got her in trouble? That's what everybody's saying about here. They want to know who got her in trouble. They don't
Now
care
you're
about the
being a
victim.
sexist because if it was a girl, it would have been rape. And you know that. You're playing the old, well, the guy wanted it. Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate and say, you know, you're going to say the girl wanted it when the male teacher took her down and impregnated her? She was just lonely. She didn't know. Well, Finn, what you got to say for yourself?
We want to hear from you, Thimble. Come on.
I think you're also making the assumption that the teacher was attractive, which is not necessarily the case.
Well, no, I'm just saying that if
Wait a
it was
minute.
a male teacher and a female student, it would be rape.
Well, that's what they're charging her with. They're charging her with rape. I missed what you said. My internet cut out.
Oh.
But yeah, that's what they're charging her with. They charged her with 3 counts of statutory rape, and then they charged her with lewd and lascivious conduct with a
Okay.
child and everything else. And everybody's saying, but wait a minute, they're not. And you know what? I completely agree. There's a double standard between guys and girls on that. And that's just how society is.
I mean, either it's rape for both or it's neither. I mean, in that sense, you know, I do believe in equal rights, and that's my example of equal rights. It's either rape for both or rape for neither.
I just those are just hard
It's
to.
not about overpowering somebody. I mean, unless there's ropes and chains and things like that involved.
That's just fun.
I cut out at ropes and chains. What the hell was? What were we getting into here?
Well, apparently you called in yourself for assistance. Because there's 2 of you in here.
He's cloned himself. Oh God.
Yeah, I've cloned myself. I'm gonna do it a couple more times. Now, Dano's been reading 50 Shades of Grey or something. He's talking about ropes and chains.
Oh. I just think equal is equal. I mean, I believe the same thing for the military. I mean, if there's a standard of doing 20 pull-ups and 100 sit-ups, if regardless of gender, if you can do that, you're in. If you can't, you're not.
See, I think I have to admit that I personally I agree, but I think a lot of people in society have this mindset of girls need to be protected more than guys. And I think that's why people make a big deal out of it when it's a girl, but when it's a guy, nobody cares. That's just my personal stance on it.
Yeah, until the guy's in prison.
Yeah, true.
Over by Lou.
What? Wait a minute. What?
It's
It's a what? I don't know if I'm cutting out or that was him. Oh. But why would the guy go to prison? I missed something.
No, it had to do with rape.
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I just think there's a stigma.
Rape is usually clearly rape, and consensual sex is usually clearly consensual. Now,
But
granted,
see,
the
thing is, it may completely have been consensual, but under the law, it's not.
Okay,
But I don't think the
then
law
it's
should
up
have
to
the
the
authority to
voters to decide what they feel is acceptable, and they have
the
made
legislature that did that.
through their legislators, they have made their wishes known. If they want it to change, then they'll do that through their legislatures.
Oh yeah, then they've been trying to change that. There was that one case that the 18-year-old girl with the 15-year-old girl, they get all that screwed around too. So they were trying to get some law passed. I mean, it's just to me, it's a joke. I mean, because you can't tell me that there's this huge there's this huge difference in the brain between 17 and 18 and 24 and 27.
But if your law is not passing, it's simply because the majority of Floridians don't necessarily support it.
I don't know. I don't know if it passed or not. I never kept up with it. I personally don't care.
Then why are you speaking on an issue that you just admit you haven't kept up with?
But no, I was just bringing that up. I mean, it's just the law is not caught up to technology and not caught up to society.
Wait a minute. What does technology have to do with relationships between the genders?
Just how most people communicate and how most people meet each other.
Well,
I mean, nobody's really writing letters and stuff.
That has nothing to do with whether two people get together and end up having relationships or not. Whether they had a smartphone, a flip phone, or an old-fashioned hardwired phone. You're making a connection that doesn't exist.
I think technology does have a place in relationships. I'm not.
It's simply a tool of communication, whether they're standing there face to face or they're talking over a wire. Who cares whether it's wireless or hardwired? It's the personalities, it's the social part, it's the psychological part. It's not the hard technology.
No.
That's not what makes two people attracted to each other. Oh, gee, you got the same phone that I do. I really like you.
But that's how it works in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to someone I know who they got together over the commonality of phones.
There's always been jealousy of materialistic people, but that has nothing to do with technology. Again, that's materialism. That's because it used to be, well, who had the nicest car? That's just materialism. That's not technology.
I gotta say, they were together 3 years. They just recently broke up. It was kind of interesting, but either way. No, I
mean, do you understand the difference between materialism and technology?
I understand what you're saying. I was making more of a broader statement of just
materialism has always existed and always will exist. I just think you're confused.
Who's moving around?
Not me. I'm sitting here tightening up this monkey.
That was Sean. He immediately muted as soon as I said it was him.
Hey, at least he knew to mute. You and your typing and never muting.
The only time I was typing was when I was sending you your PayPal thing.
Nah, I was just adjusting my headset on my head. I didn't realize you guys could hear all that.
Oh yeah, you hear everything.
Now, if anybody wants to buy a monkey fist, that's from the Super Bowl, and it's going to be tested on. I thought I had drywall, and it's not really drywall. I don't know what kind of material it is in the garage. I'm going to test it on that. I swore I had a sheet of drywall in the garage, but I couldn't find it today.
Well, I'm sure you could go to your local building supply store, and they have, for very cheap, some broken pieces of drywall.
I drive a Toyota Camry. I can't get a very big piece in my car, so it'd have to be pretty small.
That's why I mentioned the word broken. A broken piece of drywall that they would sell you. Because when they strap that stuff down, a lot of times the top piece gets damaged, and then it's not sellable.
So I should ask Home Depot.
So I asked them if they got any scraps of drywall. I'm sure they do. I guess I'm just assuming that you're trying to sell them, saying that it will, do a certain something.
Yeah, since Tim Blue failed at his experiment, I had to try it.
Or are you just doing it for a video or what?
Yep, and curiosity.
Oh, okay. Well, the reason I say a broken piece of drywall is because then it'd be less expensive for you.
Oh, exactly.
No, I could not get mine to go through drywall. It just like dented it. I don't know.
Well, drywall does come in different thicknesses.
Yep.
That it does.
And if Tino's wrist isn't very strong.
No, I have like 10-year-old wrists.
Not saying that it's limp. He may have difficulty getting it to swing around with enough inertia.
I just didn't have a firm grip on it. That was the problem.
Well, I'm sure you got no problem getting a firm grip.
Are we talking about the same thing here, Dan?
That's hard to say.
I think you were alluding to something.
Oh, target of opportunity you are.
So Dano, do you what do you carry? A Glock 26? You said.
Right now I'm carrying a 26.
Oh, okay.
Because in the smaller platform, the 40 is a little bit too hard on my wrist.
Right.
Now, come fall and winter, I'll switch to my 23 and go to the 40.
Yeah.
Because with that larger frame, it doesn't bother my wrist as much.
I can agree to that. I had a Taurus 740 for a little while, and that thing is even smaller than the Glock 27. And I tell you what, that thing was a pain to shoot.
Right.
40. I mean,
I can shoot the hundreds of rounds out of the Glock 26, but after about 40, 50 rounds out of the Glock 27, and my wrist really hurts, and I'm pretty much done as far as having fun.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, you got your permit already, Dano? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I've had it since early April.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
When did you put in for it? Right when they approved it?
January 6th at midnight.
Yeah, I know there was a lot of people that did that right at midnight. They put in for
Filling
it.
out the stuff during a chat, if I remember correctly.
Yes, he was.
I remember that. He was filling it out while we were talking, and
Yep.
that was funny.
That's cool though. At least Illinois is issuing permits. I mean, it's a shallow state now, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's even better. I mean, it's a lot of people are getting them. So I mean, Illinois has better concealed carry laws versus some of the other states where they're may issue states and they're a pain to get a permit in.
It just, the one thing that they've done, though, to make it difficult, kind of through the back door, is that the training requirements and costs are kind of high compared to other states. Also, at least initially, they required digital certificates, which for the uninitiated is not exactly an easy thing to do. There's no place to physically go to talk to a person. It all has to be electronic.
Okay.
So that's why you have to have digital certificates to prove that you are who you are. Unlike, let's say, the DMV, where I can walk up, they see me, I show an ID that has my picture, I can prove that I really am this person that this letter that I'm holding is about. Well, since they don't have that for carry, it's all electronic. I have to prove it electronically.
Yeah.
But supposedly they're going to make a paper-based system available, but they were supposed to make that as of June, and of course June is just about over, and it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well, did they say June of what year? Or they just said June.
Well, I guess that's the point. It was this year.
June of 2037. We'll find it.
For younger people who don't understand network technology or things like that, or for older people who just don't understand computers at all, it's not so much. You can just Google digital certificate, but then understanding how to get one and how to use it.
I think they should just make your permit the same way they do the driver's license. You just go down to the same building. I mean,
Well, that would have made too much sense. Because
I think every state should do that. I mean, it's one building, and you always have people there, and they rarely work quickly.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Go down and wait your DMV, and be surprised when you're not waiting 3 hours. Can you imagine if they also had to do...
Oh, see, here it's
carry?
real quick.
Yeah.
I think the longest I've ever been at a DMV here is like 45 minutes.
Now serving 23. You look down at your number, you're 270.
Well, how do they do it up there? Because like here, it's like 3/4 of a square. You sit in the middle, and then each place does a different thing. One does tags, one does licensing, and one does I forget what the last thing they do is. So I mean, you could just expand that a little bit more, and do the permits. At least that's how they do it here. I don't know how they do it at different.
All right, at least here, this is how it worked when I went to go renew my license. In other words, I get a new driver's license.
And you can renew by mail down here. I don't know about it.
Taking your picture, that's really, really quick. I mean, you wait just a couple minutes in line, depending on how many people are ahead of you, to take your picture, and then you wait. But they do it by numbers here, by a letter and number system. So you just go sit in this big lobby, and now serving G716. Now serving I3.
Yeah, they do that.
So there is no thing, I3 at, whatever counter it is, counter 1, counter 10, whatever.
Bingo.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't even tell how long you've got to wait, because you'll hear a whole bunch of one letter number called, and then you'll hear one from yours, but then it'll go to a different letter, and then you don't know.
Oh no, here it's way more organized than that.
You can go in there and get an idea how many people are waiting, but the way they do the numbering system is asinine.
The DMV is never a pleasurable experience.
But see, down here you can call and make an appointment, and as soon as like my brother did that for his, he called, made an appointment. They went in, they were out in less than an hour. Well, no, actually it was a little more than an hour, but he had to actually take the driving test.
That's why you get an appointment. For the driving test, you got to get an appointment.
Oh, but they do appointments for everything, to renew and everything down here.
Not here.
Oh, yeah, see. I think down here they're starting to get it.
That's because you got all those old fogies down there that
It's also good because my grandmother
I'm
worked for
gonna
them for like 20
miss
years.
my early bird special if I don't get out of here soon enough.
Well, no, it's like because my grandmother used to work at the DMV, so we go there, and there's still some people that worked with her. So it's real. As if we go in and there's like something missing, they'll just do it anyway. They'll just go around it because they really don't need all that stuff, all those papers and stuff. They really don't need them. They just want them. So if they know who you are, then no problem. Probably shouldn't have said that, but whatever. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. I'm trying to decide right now what color
So,
paracord
Tina,
I want.
what store number did she work at?
I don't know what the number was. She's been retired over 10 years now, so I mean,
I get the reference.
She has a retirement account, right? She's currently getting paid.
I don't. Yeah, I think she's got like a pension plan or something. I don't know what she's getting from them. I know most of it's my grandfather's. It's not very big. I mean,
Mike, we know Google sucks.
is he still out there
Is he
complaining?
still out there?
No, he went to bed.
I don't know. I
already,
just
like-
looked. I haven't looked at it in a while. I was
Oh
doing
yeah,
this
no, he
thing.
went to bed like 45 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago.
I keep waiting for Google to try to change things again.
Yeah.
No, I think they're
Keep my
done for.
Yeah, hopefully
I
that.
think we should get Google and Facebook together and have them build the Obamacare website. I think it would probably
Yeah.
turn out better.
Yeah, I'm sitting here reading this article. I finally came around to read that article that you posted a link to.
Oh, about that cop.
Skateboarder cop. Yeah, he was on the news here.
I saw that today. I thought that was pretty cool. I think I wouldn't necessarily want to do it myself, but
What area of the country
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
has a skateboarding cop?
Yeah, he's on like a little skateboard, patrols the park.
On a skateboard.
Would
I mean, it's a
the
genius
bicycle
idea.
be faster as well as more agile?
It depends.
You know, like those mountain bikes.
It's hard to arrest somebody on a skateboard, though. There's not normally room for two.
Yeah, as well as on those mountain bikes. I mean, they can also actually hold more equipment.
Yeah, but he would normally be on foot. He would normally not be on a bike or a skateboard. But he decided to take a skateboard because he thought he could do his, rounds a lot faster that way.
So it wasn't department issued skateboard.
Correct.
No.
I wonder how the department felt about that.
Well, obviously good because they're getting a lot of press. I
Well,
had to
because
turn my air conditioning off before it actually.
And they
freezes here.
he put flashing lights on his skateboard too, so I'm guessing that was department paid.
Because obviously he could injure himself on the skateboard, and because it's on the job, he would then have workman's comp.
Right.
That's why I'm saying I
he could
can't
trip
imagine.
over something patrolling the park. And
I can't imagine the department that he's working for is very happy about that. Now they may not publicly say anything about it, but because of workman's comp, I can't see him being thrilled.
Oh, they didn't like it. They always could tell him to stop, and that would be the end of that.
Oh.
Yeah, whatever it is. I'm not.
I don't
Are
pay
any-
taxes up there.
Are any of you guys going to be on Never Enough Ammo's chat tomorrow?
No.
He used to send out links to everybody, and we used to be, but now he just does like a small podcast. There's normally only 2 or 3 people,
Yeah.
which is completely fine because when you have Yankee and Matt together, it's hard to talk anyway.
Yeah,
I know.
it's- I gave up even going there.
Yeah.
I've got that one or this one. I'm trying to make my mind up.
Yeah, we got the gun channels now, so it's a lot more spread out now.
Yeah, I mean, we could run 2 different chats at one time if we wanted to.
Opinions, people. Which one should I get?
Well, you could get the $20 one and just pay the difference, or you can get the $24 one. I don't know. I'm buying Quark a new knife tonight.
Well, I have to get paracord. I need more paracord. And I'm debating on colors of that too. I know I'm going with.
What color do you want?
Oh, I'm going with like a charcoal gray, a dark gray.
I don't know. This handle looks green to me. I don't know if it'd be a darker
Oh, that
green.
is green. Yeah, I go with that color, the straighter green, if I were getting it instead of the black. But I'm talking about paracord.
Yeah, but I'm trying to think of the gray paracord with the green, how that would look compared to the black of the Kershaw 1605.
Well, I won't put paracord on the 1605.
Oh, okay, so you'd be putting paracord on the blade tech and just keeping the 1605 however you want it, just how it is.
I won't be putting paracord on either knife.
Oh, I heard you were getting paracord for one of them.
No, I'm just getting paracord because
Okay.
I want a different color besides, because you can only do so much with the three main colors I have, and then the black, and I'll be going through the black like crazy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
actually
I thought
not
you were
even a lanyard hole. Oh yeah, there is on the black. Is it? No,
I
no
actually like
lanyard
this.
hole on the Kershaw.
What is it? What's speed safe? What is that, Court?
Assisted opening
Oh, okay. That's that little notch at the top?
at the bottom, actually.
Oh,
It's
I
actually
don't know.
the notch is at the bottom of the blade.
Oh, the way it looks here is that the. I'm talking to. Oh, you're talking about something else. I was talking about the notch on the backside that you flip it.
Yeah, that's it. The flipper. That's a speed safe. That's my operator speed safe.
That's at the top of it, and the way I'm looking at it.
Depends what picture you look at. It's
I'm looking
actually
at
part.
the.
It's actually part of the bottom of the blade.
Yeah, but I mean it's on the bottom side of the handle. I'm looking at the picture that has it. It's straight across with the belt clip facing. Yeah.
Uh,
Now I'm actually thinking about buying that Kershaw now that you got me looking at it because I need a new knife.
So
it's not a
Finn,
bad little knife. I don't think it's a 3-inch blade, so
Tino, when do you turn 18?
I just turned 19, so I don't think I'll be turning 18 anytime soon.
Well, congratulations.
I hope I don't turn 18 again. Wasn't too fond of it the first time.
I like that style. I think I'll go with. I like both knives, but I'm not buying both knives. I'm only
I want a
buying
bigger
one.
blade though. That 3-inch just doesn't.
Oh, now you're all about size, huh?
Well, because what I have now is bigger. I think it's 4. I'm not sure. I gotta measure it.
I think about going with this.
You didn't
What
like
do
the
they call it?
you
Navy
didn't like
camo.
Corp.
Blue camo.
You didn't like the Kershaw 1990.
What's 69? Give me the name.
It's a What do you? The name?
Yes.
I just posted a link. It's just the Kershaw 1990 is what it says here.
Oh,
Full
yeah, let me take a
brawler.
look at it.
Kershaw 1990 brawler. I guess is what you want.
The Brawler?
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second, I'll look at it.
It's the same. It's only a couple bucks difference.
Just give me a minute there while I'm trying to do something. I'm not at work, you stupid little...
I like how at the bottom here it has the Kershaw that you were looking at, the Clash folding, plus the brawler and a sharpener for $52 if you buy all 3. Oh, how nice of you, Amazon! You're putting all 3 of them together for me.
Yeah, definitely don't want the sharpener.
I'm gonna make an Amazon account. Let's see here.
Doesn't have a glass breaker, doesn't have a seatbelt cutter.
What good could that be?
Well, that Smith
Oh, okay, Brawler.
sharpener, I have 2 of those. I really like them.
It's a cool knife. I got to Cabela's has them, so I was handling. It's not a bad little knife. Well, it's just like the other one. It's the speed safe with the flipper.
I don't really need a glass breaker. I mean, I don't. It's not like a thing I have to have.
You don't plan on breaking into cars and stealing purses?
Nah, not really.
I don't know. You kind of seem the type to me. A little shady.
No, I can get into a car without having to break a window.
Ooh, you're that good.
Yeah, I need another color to go with that lime green and also that orange. One that'll go with both, besides black and gray.
So, Tina, why didn't you get yours in black and blue? Go with your theme colors.
I already have one in black and blue.
Oh, you got a monkey ball in black and blue?
Yeah, I thought you saw it. Where's my? If you really want to see it, I'll get up. I
Why
can show
did
it to
not
you.
that not work?
Well, I've never seen what qwarked fisted you. I mean, sent you.
Yeah.
Give me a second here.
How do I delete something from my? You know what? Let's just do this. Delete.
All right. Get over here. This is what he's getting.
Right, but
Not
that's
this exact one and not with this other lanyard on it, but that's what he's
Right.
getting.
but his is what color?
It's a green pattern. It's got green, black, and a yellowish.
Okay, so he didn't get black and blue like his symbol.
No,
No.
he's getting green and black. Kind of a zombie-ish greenish. It's actually called, the color pattern, it's called gecko.
How can somebody that wants to be a cop not get blue?
Because I already
Because he's
have
got
one
a
in
black
blue.
and blue one.
Oh, you do have a black and blue one.
Yeah. You want to see it? I can show it to you.
Yeah, turn on your camera, damn it.
Give me 1 second. Let me just add something to my wish list here.
Okay,
Your wish
we'll all
list.
just wait.
All right. Give me 1 second. I'll be right. I gotta get it. can't believe we haven't-
Digital. What the hell?
Really? I've had it for a long time and then attached
Wait a
to my
minute.
keys.
Well, stop moving around. I can't focus on
I'm
it.
not moving. It's just.
Well, for some reason, it's not switching over to your camera.
Oh, you all can't see it?
I just see your thumbnail. I don't see your camera.
Oh, it's working on my screen.
I mean, I'm locked onto your thumbnail.
Turn up my bandwidth. My bandwidth's all the way up.
Yeah, I mean, my bandwidth's all the way up. Okay, now I see you.
There.
Okay. Now do you have, okay, so you got two different colors of blue? Or black
No,
and blue?
it's black and blue.
Oh, okay. All right. Because that's what I would assume that you would have gotten the first time. So this other one, you just like given it to a friend or what?
No, I just got it because Cork was making them and I wanted one.
Well, why are you getting the second one? Because you need
Why
two
not?
balls?
He probably doesn't have a big of a steel ball in that one as mine.
Oh, okay, so you want one with a little bit more oomph.
Not necessarily. I just.
By the way, what do you think of that color?
Let's see this. What color?
The one I'm screen sharing.
Oh, okay. Looks all right.
So, Tino, what are you gonna? Are you giving one of them away, or why do you? I just don't understand why.
I just want
Daniel,
another
why
one.
do you have more than one gun?
Well,
Exactly.
people normally don't collect, monkey balls. I mean, once you get one, you've got one.
Yeah,
Unless
I
you're
just
buying
wanted-
it for like a cool gift for a brother's birthday or something like that. Something unique.
Holy crap. Sorry, I'm looking at this.
No, I just wanted one.
Look at the price, 100 feet. Look at the price, 100 feet of that color.
$27.
Is that good or bad?
Horrible.
What is it normally?
It's like
Look
$2
at that price.
a foot.
Oh yeah, no, that's ridiculous.
Oh. Or is that 27 cents a foot?
Yeah, I want to try some of this Rothko, but I have a limited selection, so.
Well, I'm going to go to bed. I'll see you guys later.
All right, have a good one.
Later.
Good night.
Yeah, I'm hitting the rack myself. It's 1:30 here on the East Coast. You guys
Yeah,
have a
it
good
is.
night, all right?
All
All
have a
right,
good
later,
one.
man. Thanks for
Later,
coming out.
guys. No problem.
Oh, I made an Amazon account in case I ever decide to buy stuff. Well, now it's just us two. Unless someone else planning to get on in here. How many people are watching?
I don't know, 20 something, I think.
Still, all these people have lives.
No, I guess not.
No, I don't need my calendar open. What's wrong with this stupid shit?
Sorry if I seem a little distracted. I'm just trying to find a color.
No, you're fine. I mean, I'm.
Because they've got so many freaking different lists for just brands of paracord. This one says largest selection of colors. I don't want to see what many's on that one. Okay, that's Paracord Planet, not Rothko.
Get some people in here.
Exactly, got the link out there.
Conversation keeps me up. If not, I'm heading to bed. Like I'm not. I think I did pretty well in offending groups equally tonight. What do you think? What?
Nah, not even close.
I got to try harder next time. I got to set my mic up better. This little setup is ridiculous. I'm gonna do an unboxing video when I finally get the monkey fist.
It'll be an unpackaging video.
Or what? Oh, but whatever.
I'm sending it in a bubble wrap envelope, first class mail, so.
Fine by me. It'll come in the mail. Nobody will know what it is.
Well, I put it over there. You've just been fisted and everything else, so.
On the label?
All over the packaging.
Oh boy, did you really?
No.
I was gonna say I don't know who's gonna get that because I might not be home when it comes in the mail. All I need is for my brother or my mom to find that. That'll be interesting. I don't know who sent me that. I don't remember buying that. Must be my stalker.
Wow, that's a fancy color.
What color is it?
Kaleidoscope.
I don't know. I can't see it.
Oh. Now you should be able to see it.
Just a black screen at the moment.
Well, wait for it to load then.
Ooh, that is nice. Kind of look like rainbow. Oh no, no, it's kaleidoscope. It's switching like on me. My eyes are messing with it.
Yeah, it's just funky. I might get that color. I just think it looks cool.
And it's not too much more expensive than the regular one.
It all depends. Fancier colors seem to be more money. Purple camo, no thank you.
Yeah, no purple.
Urban camo. Urban camo.
You should set up a YouTube page and just make monkey fists on that page.
Yeah, it's boring.
You might be able to start a side business for it.
Add to cart.
He's just buying everything off Amazon today.
No, I just got a bunch of stuff in my cart, different colors I've been thinking about. Let's see what the price is over here, because it seems like a different colors everywhere. Oops, that's the one I was looking at before. Where is the other one? I think it's this one. Artisan, yep. I want 100 feet. And let's see if I can find kaleidoscope.
Of yellow. Oh, I was gonna say that yellow is kind of ugly.
Yeah, I know, but it's... This is really cool, but... I think that's just a really cool pattern, too, but it's expensive.
Yeah, $9.
Well, $9.25 compared to the rest, it seems to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
All right. Kaleidoscope, spelled with a K, isn't it?
I believe so. I can type in Google right now. Yeah, it's spelled with a K.
Makes it a little bit easier to see if they got it listed here. And I know they have it listed here, it's just finding it. Here it's $9.25. Built for survival. Remember, $9.25 built for survival. And then I go here. It's actually the one. It's $8.49. Sold by Built for Survival. But still, you know, USA made 550 Type 3 paracord.
Yeah, it's nice. I personally don't like that. I like the way it looks, but I just the color would drive me crazy after a while.
I'll mix that with the lime green and black. That would be just so sickening.
Yeah, that would drive me insane.
Or that. Well, the orange probably wouldn't work too well. I know the green and gold wouldn't work.
Tactical goes rainbow gay pride.
A kaleidoscope is not rainbow. Kaleidoscope is... Am I still sharing my screen?
Yes.
Kaleidoscope is... definitely not rainbow. Kind of rainbowish, but definitely not rainbow. And by the way, Tactical, there's no excuse you can't get in here. I know you can get on these on their phone. I'm still trying to make up my mind between the Blade Tech. I've never had a Blade Tech knife. I've had plenty of Kershaw. It's always hit or miss with Kershaw with me.
Yeah, no, I don't have a Kershaw or Blade Tech, so.
Kershaw is a big, big company. You have no problems ordering a Kershaw. Blade Tech makes holsters, gun holsters, and they went into the knife making business. I'm not a huge fan of the, you know, the thumb hole opening, but I deal with it. I can deal with it. I've got 3 knives with thumb holes. I'm just or 2
I like
knives
the
with thumb
little.
holes.
I like the little flap. You just speed, whatever it's called, the speed.
The speed bump.
Speed bump, yeah. I like this Kershaw Brawler. You're gonna get me to start buying stuff online. I'm going broke. I'm gonna have to go live in your basement or something.
You're 19. You're supposed to be broke.
Yeah, but I don't want to be broke. I have money. I don't want to be broke. I like having money and not being broke. I don't want to be broke.
Yeah. What I like about the Kershaw, it's a flipper. I like flippers.
You're
And I
talking
love
about the Kershaw.
Yeah, the Kershaw. I love the blade shape, the Clash.
Yeah. You don't like the black blade one? You want the brush gray one?
Yeah, it's kind of like a bead blasted finish almost.
Yeah. Is this the Kershaw 1555 Ti? Is that the same exact one, just all bead blasted like? Let's see.
Put a link in here.
It's kind of different, but I mean, you may like it. It's not too much more than what you were looking at.
Oh, the cryo. You just had to say cryo. You see, after the numbers, they give a name.
Yeah, that's true.
I actually own a cryo, but I got one with bad plating. So I didn't know until I actually switched the pocket clipper around that there was a place that had flaked.
They won't replace that for you?
I could not get it replaced at the time through Amazon. They only took a return.
What if you called the company directly? They won't do it?
Yeah, but you have to pay for shipping to send it to them, so I just returned it instead.
No.
The Brawler's a cool knife, don't get me wrong. I don't own one, but I mean, you really can't go wrong with most Kershaws. I've just had bad luck with them. The Oh-So Sweet. You might like the Oh-So Sweet.
Which one is that? Let's see. I see it down here.
1830.
Let's see. How long is that blade? Let's see. Doesn't say how long the blade is, does it? Let's see.
Probably in the descriptions. I know it's at least 3 inches.
Product description. Here we go. Shipping. Oh, no, that's demand. I don't need that.
Yeah, it's a 3-inch blade.
Yeah. How much? Fine. Now that I have it, let me measure it real quick.
Most knives are 3-inch blades, so. Yes, Digital, we're here in the chat, all of us. You always come and liven up the conversation for a bit, but there's something about this Clash that just keeps calling to me for some reason. Pay them on, I'll be broke. But that's $17.21 or $17.11, I think it was after the deposit I made of that money from you with the blue. It's going right back into buying paracord. So.
Oh, okay. No, I missed everything you said. I was measuring my knife.
Sure, that's what you're measuring. That's why you have the tape measure there.
Yeah. I was actually using that when I was moving around the room. I had to measure everything, make sure before I moved it. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I'm putting that $17 right back into getting 200 more feet of paracord. So I'm paying Clash or the Blade Tech Yana.
No, my knife now is 3 3/4 of an inch, or 3/8. I forget what it was. It was almost 4 inches. But I guess 3. But this one doesn't have the speed bump on it, does it? picture of one.
Which one?
The Oh So Sweet, it doesn't have the speed bump, from what I can see.
The Oh So Sweet. You talking about the? It's called a flipper.
Yeah, the little flipper thing, it doesn't have one that I can tell. And I'm so used to
Actually, you can tell by looking at the blade that it has a flipper. Look at the second picture.
that. Oh, let me click. Oh, okay.
You see that down there underneath the second picture, underneath the word China and
Yeah.
8CR13 MOB?
Is that the steel? The 8CR?
The 8CR13 MOB is a steel, yes. The Chinese steel, there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I'm looking
Takes
at
a
where it
good
says China.
edge, which is an important part. It doesn't hold its edge as long as some of the other steels out there, but it takes a really nice edge. I prefer Oz 8 just a tad bit more, especially when it's made by cold steel. But that's just a personal preference. I have no issues with either. My Spydercos have, the 8 CR13 MOB.
Do you think, let me ask you, I don't know, they have two of them that are used for 1350 and the new one is 21. Would it be
Well, click on the tune used for 1350 and see what they say.
at 13?
Use acceptable, use very good. That's why ignore those. Normally, if it's done by Amazon warehouse deals and you get a bad one, then you just have to go ahead and just click and return it, and they'll send you a printed they'll give you a prepaid label to return it and everything else. So that's companies that aren't done by Amazon that I'm
Let's see. Now I
weary
click
of
buy
doing.
used. Now what do I look at? I gotta click. It says here the used very good. Product has been inspected and is fully functional. Original factory package shows light signs of wear. Ships immediately.
Yeah, but that's not shipped by. When they do that, it'll be shipped and sold by Amazon. So it'll be Amazon warehouse deals, what they actually call it.
All right. So would that be advisable to buy it used or?
Not when it's not. Not when it's a third party. Those are third parties.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Because see at the bottom here it says 71 new from 17.99. Then the price says 21.99, and then it says 2 used for 13.50. So I'm kind of confused what the price, 21 or 17. I don't understand why. Let me do a screen share, that way you can actually see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. I already looked at it. I know what you're talking about. I'm looking to see if I can find any.
I don't know what that means. What is the new?
I'm trying to find something that I can. Let's see where else to use. I'll screen share if this is correct.
Let's see.
All right, this is correct. All right, let's see. Screen share. I think that's the right screen. Start screen share.
All right, yeah.
All right, see here I'm at the Ken Onion blur.
Yeah.
And you come down here, you'll see 77 new and then 2 used.
Yeah.
Click the 2 used, and you go, ooh, eligible for Prime. That's the first thing I see. Is if it says checkmark Prime, I know it's shipped and sold by Amazon. So you see Amazon warehouse deals, fulfillment by Amazon. That's what you want to look at.
All right. See the 2 when I click for that, very good. It shows why pay more, and then something else is 2. It's not Amazon at all.
Right, exactly. No, I'm not. I've never bought anything from somebody that used that isn't from Amazon. Normally, what used is with Amazon is somebody bought the item, opened it up, looked it up, may have played around with it for a while, and then returned it. So that is normally what it is. Or sometimes a package just gets damaged, and they'll just list it as used instead of returning it. They'll just use it as used. So you see this: all accessory equipment and damage packaging has been damaged.
Okay.
So this one, the packaging's damaged, but the knife should be fine.
Yeah, I don't care about the packaging as long as the item is fine.
Right.
What about the Kershaw Burst? Have you ever had one of those? Because I kind of like the way that looks.
Never had them. I'll look it up.
I can give you the link if you want it.
Yeah, I'm already on the page, so.
I'm adding them all to my wish list, and then I can always.
The 1970.
Yeah, 1970 Burst.
Never owned a Burst.
Let's see what the reviews say.
Yeah. It's cool. It's what I call the gentleman. I call this more of a gentleman style blade. By gentleman style, I mean it's slimming, a slimmer blade. Definitely comes to more of a sharp point. I always forget what they call this style blade, but it's a modified drop point, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I just like how it looks. I'm caught between that and the Brawler. Those are the two.
Yeah, when it comes to looks, it's all personal. There's nothing wrong. When you talk about Kershaw's in this price range, they're all going to be, made out of this 8CR13 MOV steel. Again, nothing wrong with the steel. It's just a cheaper Chinese steel that, works well. I mean, it works well. It's made by a good company. They do a good job heat treating their metals, so nothing wrong there. It's when you get into the off names that you don't know what the metal's made out of, or if they do say what the metal's made out of, how it's heat treated, and if it's heat treated poorly, then
that's what happened with mine. It's a Premier Blade, whatever that is.
Yeah. Well, I will say this: there are some knives out there. Amtech's a good example of this. They sometimes stay what the steel is, but the stuff just doesn't take an edge.
No, and I haven't tried to sharpen the one I have. I'm going to. I figure I can't get any more screwed up than it already is. What is the glass-filled nylon scales for the handle? Is that? I don't know.
That's the handle material. Glass-filled nylon is just so as it sounds. It's over 50%, if I remember correctly, glass-filled, so it adds strength and rigidity.
Oh, okay. What's this one here?
Handle materials confuse me at times because sometimes you get glass-filled, sometimes you get G10, and then there's all different types. For handle material, if it looks cool, I'm just happy with it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these that I'm liking. You're getting me into knives now, Quark. This could be very dangerous.
Oh, very dangerous for those hookers that you go and kill, yes.
Yeah.
If you think these are cool, check out some of the cold steels.
I've seen cold steel prices, but I'll go look anyway.
Yeah, I'll show you a decent cold steel.
Ooh, cold steel Tanto GI 7-inch carbon. That's not too bad.
That's a fixed blade.
Yeah. That's just the first thing that popped up. That's actually not too bad.
No, it's huge freaking blade.
Yeah, it's 7.
It's heavy. I've got one. Yeah, when you do something and you just want stuff that's free shipping by Amazon, just do that. That's what I do.
Don't you have to have like $35 or more or something?
Well, Yeah, if you order $35, you get free shipping, so you can save yourself between $5 and $6.
Ooh, I like the cold steel leatherneck tanto knife. That's going on my wish list. That's gonna be something I get soon. I like the sheath it comes with and all. It comes with that
Sure, you're
sheath,
not
right?
buying the rubber trainer.
No. This it doesn't say rubber trainer on it. Where would I see that if it was? I don't want to get some rubber shitty thing in
It'll
there.
say it. If you're doing all the stuff that's shipped and sold by Amazon, it's pretty well covered there.
Oh, I like this. I like that. That's definitely. Does the handle unscrew at the end to like have stuff in it or no?
No.
Oh, okay, it kind of looked like it did. That's definitely on the wish list.
Well, where are you? I know you're here somewhere.
Cold steel Spartan Grivery. That's kind of cool.
Oh, it's an awesome knife. It's heavy as hell, but awesome.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to go watch nothing fancy reviews on some of these because I know them. I just don't want to sit through them. What is the SF? The Leatherneck SF? Is that like a smaller?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm actually looking through because I've got new knives out now. Actually, I forgot my catalog in the car. I got the new catalog today, so.
The SF is this is like the Marine one, I guess, because that's what it's saying. Ward Leatherneck has a center with the United States Marines and the country of Marine. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I read that already.
Because they're doing new colors too. They never were one for doing many colors. It was normally black or black. You can have your knife in any handle color you want as long as it's black.
I like this. They're both. I'm trying to figure out what the difference is between these two.
Put the links in there and I'll take a look at them here in a second.
That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see. I guess the blade different. The blade is different. I think is the only real difference. There's one. Put that. And there's the other one. The blade difference is all I can see that's different. Because I like them both, but obviously I can't afford both. Ooh, what's this cold steel micro?
It's a tiny little knife.
Oh no, I can't. No, that's way too small. 2-inch blade. No, I gotta have it 3-inch.
But here you go. That's the one I was looking for, and I was drawing a blank on my everyday carry knife. That was pretty bad.
See, I don't like that one. I just that. Uh,
That's my EDC.
I don't like switchblade.
Difference between the Tanto and the Leatherneck is, of course, the blade. I don't think they're going to be different materials for blade. And length's a little bit different. Handle length is a little bit shorter on the Leatherneck than it is on the, on the Tanto than it is on the SF.
Oh, the SF looks smaller to me. I don't know. I like the SF better. The Tanto.
What is
More
the
looking at
steel? It's SK5 high German 4116 steel. What's the steel?
Cold steels are a lot more expensive than Kershaw's.
Well, Kershaw makes a lot of entry level. They're not saying what the SF steel is, which is driving me crazy. Let's see if they have any questions. They both have the same steel. That's why they're $50. Uses German Krupp steel, which is okay. Got a few knives in that. Well, a couple anyway.
Oh, sorry, hit my mic. Ow.
That's okay.
I'm just
Ooh, they got the Peacemaker too.
I don't know.
Sweet.
You're gonna end up causing me to spend a lot of money.
Let's see, what is the available? The counterpoint 1 or 2, 3 inches is $34.
Imagine that there's nothing good on the TV at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yeah, a bunch of infomercials.
That's why I have Netflix.
I can't put that.
There you go.
Alrighty, let's take a look. See, I don't like the handles on it. I don't like the handle.
Hey, that's okay.
And what is this? The price goes from $30 to $138. What?
All depends on the seller.
Do they really think someone's gonna pay $138 for the same thing they could get for $30?
No, but
That seems kind of stupid.
I'm looking at this cold steel Peacemaker. It's a fixed blade.
I have a fixed blade, that silver one from Harbor Freight that everybody has.
I don't have that.
Oh, well, you're fancy.
I'm not wasting my money on that, I should say.
I mean, it's good for what it is.
I'll definitely throw this one in my wish list.
Which one? This last one
I
you
just put the
posted?
last one in there.
Okay, the Peacemaker.
I'm just putting my wish list so I can.
I have like 6 items on my wish list now.
Yeah, I don't like anything that ships in 2 to 3 days.
Why don't you like things that ships in 2 to 3 days?
Oh crap!
What?
I should not have looked at my wish list.
Why?
Oh, I sold myself Stealth Rabbit. Dang it. Because I got this Emerson I want that is actually a decent price. When is June 22nd?
June 22nd was already
Or
passed.
27th, I mean.
Oh, that's Friday. It's my dad's birthday. I thought it was Friday.
Doing stock Friday.
I still have to order that SIG holster. I have not gotten around to ordering it yet. And how long have I been talking about it? Let me see if Amazon even still has it.
I'll put a link. This is the one I want to get. Because they were sold out before and they were $40. Now they're cheaper, and I'm willing to spend that on a Kershaw. That was my limit, was that price right there.
One second, let's see. Yeah, no, I gotta order this SIG holster this week.
Well, if I do get that one, then it means I can only get one paracord color. So, Kaleidoscope, you are safe for later. I'm going to have to get the gray.
The Kershaw Emerson?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I could grow to like it.
What's cool is there is no flippers or anything on this knife. You open and close it by that little Stud at the back.
How do you
It's open when you deploy it from your
pocket?
pocket.
Oh, because that clip hooks onto the edge of your
Yeah.
pocket.
Well, it does have a little thumb disc on top. I forget about that. Yeah, but that little clip, which is called the Emerson Wave.
But my thing is, won't that destroy your pocket after a while? From like being snagged?
Well,
I don't
yes,
really care.
but
I don't know. I get Wrangler jeans from Walmart. I mean, I'm
yeah, I
paying
cannot
$100.
afford an Emerson, a real Emerson knife. Those are really expensive, hundreds of dollars.
And no. I think after I got everything I wanted to get, if I had extra money, I'd get the Emerson. So I'm going to add that to my list. However, so far I made this account 20 minutes ago, and I have 10 things just in knives, and then the holster that I have to get. I got to order tomorrow.
One is estimated delivery next month, July 3rd through the 7th. That works for me. I just wanted to see what 2-day shipping is. That become an estimated delivery with 2-day shipping is July 2nd. Free July 2nd to 7th. And July 3rd to 7th. Oh boy, an extra day to get free shipping.
Hey, it might be worth it. Here, let me ask you. I have it here. I'm going to show. Did I show you this knife that I have?
Give me a second.
All right. Well, tell me when you're looking, so I turn my camera on that way out. Not everybody's looking at me forever.
What, are you afraid?
Yeah, I'm in witness protection, so.
Oh, Kershaw. Delete.
Let me turn on a light so you can see me better. My beautiful face.
Alright. Sorry, I just had to take that off, so.
No problem.
Take that off my wish list so it's not in there. I just ordered it, so.
All right. Did I ever show you this knife?
Give me a second, I'm closing tabs.
Oh, okay.
Your Karambit? Okay, I'm looking now.
Oh, okay. This knife.
Yes, it's the Karambit. The Smith & Wesson?
Yeah. HRT. What is the use for this? Do you know of like a use for it? Like, I don't. And then it came with this thing, but I don't understand how this holster thing works either. I don't because like I'd have to clip it on this side for like left-handed, but then the button.
Actually, it's meant for cross draw.
What is it for?
What is it for? Let me see that sheath again.
Because it's got the clip here on the wrong side. Well, for me it'd be on the wrong side.
All right, is the clip reversible at all?
No, it's all one piece. No, it's all
right,
one
then it's
thing.
designed for cross draw, if I remember correctly.
It would have to be cross draw with my left hand, I guess. I don't know. I don't ever intend to carry it, but my brother got it for me.
Now, what it is the knife. That's actually, the Karambits are wicked slashing implements. Basically, you can slash somebody's throat pretty easily with it.
Yeah, imagine. I have never used it on anything, but I wasn't sure if I had shown you or not. If you have something in your wish list already and you try to add it again, will it add again or will it just?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
I'm not 100% sure. I've never done it that way. Delete that. I'm going through my wish list right now. And delete. And I thought about getting that. Delete.
Wish list, or you just put everything in categories?
No, I just put everything in my wish list.
Oh, I did it all. I put it in category. I don't know why I just did. But.
Yeah, one thing I have in here is I want this Persian saber sword so bad. It's only $216.
Manage list. It can be shared. I can't change the name of a list after I've already done it, I guess.
I don't know. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, well,
Now
whatever.
I've got to wait until July. Well, it'll probably become like on that Saturday. Normally I get them one day earlier than their latest estimated delivery.
That way you're all excited for the day it's supposed to come.
Yep. I don't want to wait over a week, but I'm going to have to.
Where do I?
We're going to see how well these Emerson design Kershaws do.
Sign out. They're saying Spyderco is where it's at.
If you like the Spidey hole, they're awesome. You know, I've got a bird and I've got a Spyderco's, a couple of Spyderco's, and not the hugest fan of the thumb hole or the Spidey hole for flipping. That's just my personal preference. You know, if I'm going to flip, I want either a thumb stud for, you know, a typical liner unassisted. But if it's an assisted opening knife, I like the flipper button.
Pop it and it opens. Well, it is 2:15 in the morning here, and I am tired. So
I don't blame you.
you gonna stay up? You staying on long?
Since you're the last one in here and I'm keeping the lobby chat open as long as I can, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, no. There's no.
Well, actually, I won't go to bed. I'm going to go watch some Netflix or... Can't remember. Is there anything I DVR'd tonight? Yes, there is. I'll probably watch that instead.
Yeah. Oh, you can shut this down if you want. I'm heading out.
Night, everybody.